Hey guys, welcome to episode 25 of Sothiath, the Guild and Beyond. I'm your DM for this evening, Caboose, along with all of my players who are very excited to continue to trudge on through war. Last time our players found themselves in a little bit of trouble at the start of the session, as they were in two split fights with giants, as it were. As one of the giants ran off chasing this boar, another one, feeling uneasy, hearing a sound, as she turned and shifted her gaze towards two of the party members who were invisible at the time, petrifying one of them, petrifying Hilda at the very, very start of the fight. As this happened, the other giant ran into the cave where Delg and Delon were waiting, as it was chasing a boar trying to find food. Upon seeing the boar smashing the boar, he caught a glimpse of Delon moving out of the corner of its eye. In thinking that it possibly could be more food, he tried to reach in, where Delg and Delon attacked, as they thought that they were being attacked, which they were, but maybe for a different reason. But they promptly killed that giant, as the other giant chased into the other cave, was feared and promptly dealt with as well, with the help of a large rock friend. That didn't really help that much, but it was there for emotional support.
The emotional support rock, yes.
As Dusk relayed the information that that Hilda was petrified, Sneck stayed in watch. As he stayed in watch, he caught the glimpse of something green out of the corner of his eye, as he was met with some orcs that, due to the commotion of what was going on, were drawn to the scene. One of them, the scout that had been looking, or that had escaped from your battle earlier, as well as two smaller orcs that had been going through the scene. Luckily, they managed to. They were dealt with before they managed to retreat or get any messages out. As this happened, the group rejoined together. Delg unpetrified Hilda, and you guys took a little break. As you did, shortly getting to the end of your break, three more giants came, looking for their kin, trying to figure out what was going on. Dusk decided to attempt to deceive them, and create a clone that went and talked to them, or an illusion that went and talked to them. Initially lying to them about the information they were asking for about what they were doing there, and not being very convincing about his lie, as the giant saw through it and demanded the truth from them, or from him, as he told them the truth relatively convincingly. They believed but did not trust Dusk anymore. As the rest of the party, shortly after it was introduced to the giants, they had a conversation from a decent distance away, where you all told them the truth about the two giants that you had slain, and learned a little bit about what they were doing there. You learned that the giants, the stone giants who lived in this quarry, or in this valley, had a city somewhere, and were constantly under surveillance, and were constantly being sought after by these orcs. And so it wasn't... Although their deaths happened, they were relatively forgiving due to the nature of it, and due to it being an accident, as well as the fact that you all did dispatch orcs, and they did see that. Although you didn't really notice that. They did notice that, which is part of the reason they actually trusted you. You all had a couple, or a little bit more conversation with the stone giants before they headed out back to their home. You all waited for your scroll, your scroll of disintegrate, preparing for the trip back, or possibly using it on the trip up. You'll see which one you guys end up doing. You guys still have the horn, and as you guys were making your way out of the chasm finally, dealing with a little bit of acid rain, not too much, during part of the time, you all managed to make your way towards the large impending storm of this tornado around this mountain ahead of you, as well as or large object ahead of you. I haven't said what it is, but as you guys made your way trying to weave through the camps, you did manage to also find at the end of session a group of orcs that was patrolling between the two camps. Due to some bad luck of you guys kind of just slamming right into them, both of you being surprised with the other being there. Short battle ensued with some minimal fighting, not too much danger in that situation. And we get back to you guys as you guys are just finishing the battle. What would you like to do?
I don't remember. How far were the camps away from us?
The camps at the moment, the closest camp to you is about 1 mile to 2 miles away. You're not exactly sure how far it is away, as you're just basing it off the smoke signal.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
I stride confidently forward.
Helga's gonna fall over.
That's fair.
Ooh.
Get up, down.
Yeah, okay.
I just need a second. Oh, that was really unexpected. In retrospect, I probably should have expected it.
Was it scary inside?
We're walking through orc-infested lands. You didn't expect orcs.
I didn't expect to be swallowed by a giant dog thing.
Oh, that happens. At least you didn't get sucked to hell.
True.
Can someone please do press the you know, the clean thing?
We already did.
Please. Oh, did we?
We're doing it as you're
Yeah.
speaking.
Oh, cause I got slime all over me. Yeah,
You can't-
slime and
Globs
places
of slime just kind of
Ew.
hovering over and being tossed over your shoulder.
You do
Thank you.
indeed have dog entrails all over you.
All right.
Large
Mhm.
organ
Everybody who's hurting, gather around. I'm gonna say a little prayer.
And
I'm good.
it'll take 10 minutes to do a prayer of healing
You can very easily do
oh,
it.
I'm gonna get in on that.
at
I do.
4th level, I believe.
All right.
While he's doing the prayer, I'll redo the telepathic bond on all of us to refresh it.
Right. Yeah, you can do that. Takes around the same amount of time.
Yeah.
So everyone within
Healing.
30 feet gets 20
Ooh.
points of healing,
Nice.
if you need it.
I needed it.
Okay, my six-pack.
Your 6 points of self-induced injury.
Yes.
Stop cutting yourself. No!
No!
All right.
That's the power.
Well, they scouted us, so I don't know if we should dilly along around this area.
Well,
Technically, the only scouters if they return back.
That's true, but they might be curious if their patrol's not returning.
you know what they say, it's still a stealth mission if none of the witnesses survive.
Uh-huh.
I'm not arguing. I agree.
Well, if you're feeling good enough, we can try to proceed, or we can simply go forward to find a new place that we can try to camp in. I don't. Oh, my cat just tried to jump. Thing.
At what time of day is it?
Is it weasel
No.
o'clock?
Give me a survival check to attempt to figure out what type of day it
Time
is.
Badger is dead.
Oh, okay. You
I know exactly what time it is.
your days have kind of gotten messed up in the storm, just due to the day and night cycle. The fact you haven't seen the sun in a few days. However, you would guess based off the time you set out, and everything else that it's closing in on like 5 p.m. ish. So you guys have about 3 hours left of what would normally be sunlight.
I think we can cover some more ground before we camp. I mean, are we just about past this ring of, this defensive ring?
As you guys make your way forward, you definitely will start to make your way past it. Basically even with it where you are right now.
As much as I'd love a good rest, we don't have a lot of time to waste.
All right.
Yeah, that storm is still a threat.
It's getting more threatening by the day.
So, wait a minute. That storm. I overheard the giant say something about an orcs creating storms.
Some type of orc druid.
Should we take care of him first?
I
think that's
that
where
would
we're
be the
headed.
best, yeah.
I believe Caboose said the center of the storm was off from where we are,
It is.
or where we're headed.
It'll be so it'll still be inside of the second ring, but compared to towards the basically you'll end up going inside the ring and kind of going parallel with the ring for a little while to get to where the storm is. We have a feeling it'll probably take you about a day and a half off track, somewhere around there.
Whatever they're doing, it's bad, and we need to stop it.
Well, one thing is giving them cover, which is not good.
And it's causing acid rain, which is raising hell all over the continent, and could be doing tier only knows what to crops, stores, and any people that are unfortunate enough to be caught outside, armies on the march, things like that.
Mm-hmm. And it burned my hand.
That alone is enough. We must seek. Tyr will grant you vengeance for the tiny burn on your hand.
Doug says as blood leaks from various orifices.
Oh, that's okay. I'll rain death upon them.
Even though Sneck every turn does more damage than the acid rain would have done to him.
Plus, the giant said they would help us if we stopped the storm. So that's all. There's more reason on top of that. And then we
How many giants are there?
I saw 3, but they said they had a civilization somewhere in that area.
There's a whole giant society. Tons of them.
They live in the caverns or whatever, or along the side of the canyon. So it could be useful to help them. They knew the dwarven stuff, right? The quarry stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had helped the dwarves roughly about 300 years ago with some of their quarry stuff, but they hadn't had conversations with them since.
Do you think they're powerful enough to bring down the gate?
They are pretty strong. They killed that boar really badly.
You know what? Del, give me a history check. You're old enough that you might be able to be in the realm of hearing stories about the giants, I'll say. Okay. You know from stories that you have heard from some of the dwarfs that did make their way to actually collect the rock from the quarries. They had a sprawling underground city, very similar to a dwarven underground city, as it were. And by their count, they couldn't even count how many giants there was. It could have been a couple thousand. Was the last information you had on the city.
Elg will relay that to the party.
Couple of thousand orcs. Couple of million orcs against a couple of thousand giants.
Plus us. Plus Sheffield and us.
Plus the 5 of us.
Hey, I saw him. I pointed to Del. He took his fair share of orcs by himself.
Orcs aren't so tough.
Let's find the one evacuating the storms.
Yeah.
I think
go.
any help we have against them will be well needed.
I'm up for killing some orcs today. It's always a good day to kill orcs.
Well, there's some just over there.
You do
Let's
have
go.
you have two groups of camps right around you. You know exactly where those orcs are.
We'll come back for those guys. We need to get the storm first.
And we could just, like, pass by them and I can just circle if that's their whole camp.
Oh, you know what? I still have the dynamite. Maybe we can just let them lay it inside and circle the death fireball.
Circle if that's really big.
It is
Oh.
indeed.
Well, let's decide as we're moving. We can figure it out along the way. We can plan it out.
Anyway, I had some more thought about my idea. And it doesn't really work if I wear their armor, but somebody else could wear their armor.
Oh, the one Delg used to wear.
Mm-hmm. Because they can do what I do with my gloves, but for longer.
I look at not Diamond, sorry, Delon, then me. I'm like, I don't think either of us can wear that.
I
I mean, you could wear it.
Just disadvantage on everything.
Yeah, you have
Absolutely
disadvantage on
everything.
absolutely everything as you wear it, but I mean, you could.
Honestly, it would be hilarious. I say go for it.
I was this close to taking the armor feat. So I could do it.
I wonder. Let me 1 sec. Could I levitate the armor and make it super light?
I mean, you could, but you'd have to cast levitate pretty often.
Hmm.
Levitate doesn't last all that long.
Yeah, that's true. Hmm.
I mean, if you want to use all your spell slots on levitate, I mean, go for it.
It's
Nah.
not gonna stop you.
Yeah. I'm good. I actually did prepare levitate too, so that's
It,
fine.
you can concentrate on it for up to 10 minutes. So that means you'd be done with all your spell slots in about an hour and a half.
I think I'll pass for now. Unless Doug wants to wear it, re-wear it.
Now this armor's better.
Uh-huh.
What's it do again? I totally forgot. So it lets you go into invisibles.
You can cast the spell
Go to the
etherealness.
ethereal plane
You phase out of this plane of existence entirely.
for an hour.
I never used it even once.
Nope.
And actually, no, it's up to 8 hours.
Oh, is it?
Oh wow.
You only get one cast, so like once you go there and
Yeah,
come
you're
back,
one
it's
and
done.
done.
But
Okay.
But you can see everything in this world is just black and white out of perspective.
when you come back out, you just can't reappear inside of an object. I mean, you can, but then we have to start rolling damage. You came out, and
There's
there's a
part of the
bu-
chest
there-
inside you.
I'm just
There
gonna
is a
pretend I know
bucket
everything
inside
what
of your
happened in the
chest.
last 10 minutes and improvise.
You're fine.
We're just deciding where to go and what to do.
So, yeah, it is up to you guys where you would like to go, and how far you guys would like to go into the circle before you make your way to the storm, if that's what you're doing.
So it's either the storm or the gate. I feel like the storm is gonna be a massive problem if we
Side
let.
quest.
I vote Storm.
So we should go through one of these camps that we know what's there. Because if we go that way and skirt around the storm before we get to it, we don't know what's there.
I
Yes.
mean, we're between two of the storms already, right? Or are you hoping to get some intelligence from one of the camps?
Well, we know what's in 3 camps because the dragon lady He saw them.
What we should do, if we can, is try to go to the smaller camp. That way there's less risk of one of them
There's the
getting
thought.
away and alerting others. And then make our way
Didn't
to
Dalek
the
say
smaller
something
camp.
about the smaller camps could hold in the more powerful orcs?
If you consider strength as a numerical value of 100, you just take that numerical value and divide it by the number of orcs at each camp, probably. So if there's 3
Next, I was
orcs,
holding up fingers.
each one is
I take out a notepad.
33% of 100 power. If there's 10 orcs, each one is 10%. There's less orcs, but they're stronger. That's probably what's going on.
Okay, I get it.
Uh,
I mean, I
can
understand
see you're
what
following
saying,
along,
and
Snack.
I'm not
Snack,
trying to dismiss
you
the danger.
quickly relate it to 100 coins and understand that
Yeah,
if you
I
have
transfer
10 people,
everything to money.
if you have 10 people, it's just 10 less rich people.
So, what you're saying is, we don't have to kill 20 orcs to get 100 gold, we can kill 5.
And they may have more gold.
Whichever way
Or
we take, we're
things.
going to be in a rough fight either way, so our choices are to potentially manage a smaller number or potentially be overwhelmed by a larger number.
As you guys are kind of resting here as well, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh.
And they never left the rock.
Why is Delgs the only one that pauses? I've never
I have no
I know.
idea.
Yeah, it's weird.
It heightens the anticipation.
Dawn and Dusk. You all looking over the where you
He just
are.
got his last bit.
You feel like if you headed inward, you could avoid the camps altogether and still get to the area with the storm in it.
Hell,
And
you
I
could
vote we just do
try
that.
Just going straight down the middle.
There is kind of a clear path.
It would
could.
take you like an hour or two longer, just because you would have to make your way a little bit further inward to make sure you avoided the camps, but you could do that.
I mean, if we go out of our way looking for a fight, I know Hilda and I are already a little beat up. If we go through another fight, we're gonna have to rest before we go on to the storm, and that's even more wasted time.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Okay. We avoid the fight.
Oh, but all the possible cursed loot. Oh no, whatever we would do with our rage
We can-
producing swords and axes.
If you guys really want, we can go slaughter an orc camp after
No,
we deal
no,
with the storm.
I'm agreeing with you and it's sarcasm.
So,
Let's go down the middle and deal with scouts rather than deal with encampments. That's the more likely outcome. Good luck
Yes.
just counting how many dragons you run into.
roll a d8 for ancient dragons. So you all start to make your way further inside the second line. Making your way in, as you guys get about an hour to two in, you do start to notice the storm does start to pick up as you guys start to get closer to the location. It feels like the closer and closer you get to where this tornado at this point lies, the storm gets a little bit stronger the entire way. There's no the rain at this point isn't acid rain, but the winds are starting to pick up. Thunder and lightning is starting to become a little bit more prevalent.
I can finally do this. So now that the winds are a problem, can I cast Warding Wind to protect us? Like the
At the moment, they're not a problem. They're just picking up. You're looking at like 20 to 30 mile an hour gusts.
I did send that, but all right.
Yep, you're good.
Yeah,
But that is an option at some point.
if it gets really dangerous, I want to cast Morning Wind. Like the
Alright.
winds are like wind. Yes.
Okay.
So, as you guys continue to move in, go ahead and everyone give me survival checks.
What could possibly go wrong?
Survival or a nature. It's up to you, whichever you prefer.
Yeah. 0.
My nature
and
has a
0.
2
Oh,
rather
I
than
have
a
a
1.
1. There you go.
Alright. Dusk and Hilda. As you start to look ahead, you can definitely see where there seems to be a location where the storm starts to pick up even more. Noticing this, you guys can choose to avoid it if you want to. It looks like kind of a smaller epicenter. You wouldn't have to go that far out of the way to get around it.
What do you
Question,
think,
DM.
Dusk?
I
Yes.
didn't mention it when we were resting last week, but could I have restrung my bow with the vicious bowstring?
Yeah,
that-
you can do that.
Cool.
That would take you one long rest. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check. You
Oh,
can
snaps in half.
you can add your proficiency because you're proficient with bows. Yeah, you're good.
Oh.
You're good. You successfully restring the bow and do not break the bow while restringing it. It's not very hard to restring a bow, but you never know, right?
Yeah. I mean,
maybe
it's a
just
goblin bow,
kinda-
so.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just the last bended head. You know.
You roll a 1. Ting! It was a magic bow. How did this even happen?
It just springs back and whips you in the face.
Hey,
Ever had that happen to you?
I have had that happen. I taught
Yeah, it
archery for a
sucks.
long time, and we had one of the bows that we strung for instructors was it was a 120-pound pole, and
Oh, shit.
yeah, it was an English longbow, like natural English longbow, and that's the only thing I fired, but stringing that thing was a pain in the ass. Because the ground would give out every once in a while. So, yes.
The damage from that on a crit, that's flat damage, right? That doesn't get doubled, even though it's a dice roll. That's just 2d6.
Yeah, it's 2d6 separate from the crit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So you get the crit and then you
Check.
get the extra 2d6. Yep.
Yep. Just double check.
So, you guys making your way around the storm? Or are you going straight towards the storm? It's up to you.
For the storm.
Through the storm?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm just gonna tie this rope around your wing.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, if we're going through the storm, we should probably all connect to a rope of some sort. You know, to each other. Just saying.
You can easily do that if you would like to.
I'm just gonna go around and like start tying the rope around everybody. Either their
I mean,
wrists.
it's a ways away yet. We don't have to do
Or-
it just now.
Yeah, but you don't know how bad the winds are. You know, further.
I'll be okay, Elda. Explain one wind to her. Like, oh, it's gonna create a protect barrier of wind around us, hopefully dispelling all the outside wind.
I mean,
It
It's
might
like
work.
having a bubble of wind in a tornado.
I'm still gonna tie your wrist.
I need that to cast.
You can tie it around the wrist, you can tie it around the waist. It is up to you what you would like to do.
Yeah. I'm
are we tying
fine.
it?
I'm just trying to make sure everybody's safe.
So
Oh wait,
Hilda,
do I need to roll for that?
Hilda is
Mhm.
tying a rope around everyone. Go ahead and give me a
Yep.
survival check.
Okay.
I will give you guidance.
You feel fairly confident in your knots.
Suspiciously, one of the ropes looks like a noose. It's on dusk.
Yeah, like, oh, the
It's
staff-
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
That's
the
your-
rope is actually relatively comfortable the way that she ties it. She ties it in a way where it's very, very slack when it needs to be. So it does not impede your movement. You don't even have to slow down for it.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's actually not bad.
Peace of mind.
Thank you.
And when Sneck inevitably gets blown away by the 100-mile-an-hour wind, you can...
We can fly up like a kite.
Yeah,
It's fine. He has spider climb boots. He can stick to grains of sand.
you can if they're not wet. You're right.
No, I literally mean he'll stick to grains of sand, and the grains of sand will go with him, because
Yeah,
that's what the way he'd think.
That's fair, actually.
climb on the rope as you're flying away. Like you stick to the rope.
Well,
if I
he's
was
tied in
walking
there.
on it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
West
the best
Coasters, we
tightrope
have a
walker.
very interesting kite.
So, you all head straight towards the storm, to not deviate, to try to get there as quickly as possible. As you guys get closer and closer, the storm does indeed start to pick up. As the rain gets heavier, and let me change the music, because this is way too calming for that.
It's way too calm for hurricanes.
All right, sorry everybody, I disassociated for a moment. Why is there a rope tied around me?
Don't worry. Don't worry. It's comfortable, right?
Stare that
Yeah,
your
yeah.
400-pound frame will be carried away by the wind.
No, you're the anchor. You know,
Don't know how to feel about that.
we are the anchor, just in case, because they might fly away. That's a big storm.
Good. I'm just picturing that we're just like one chain gang, trudging through the desert, being led by a pair of armored dwarves.
Nothing to fear.
You all continue. The storm does pick up, and I need everyone to go ahead and give me a strength saving throw with advantage. You guys are tied together at this point.
Rang. I'm good at that.
Can I-
Advantage.
Forego the strength saving throw and just puff out my cloak and take the wind.
Sure, if you'd like to.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Make me fly, daddy.
so
Never again, please. Thank you.
as the rope, or as the rope, as you feel the rope start to go taut, as Snuck is ahead of you guys, he watches the 35-pound goblin, with these 85 to 80 mile an hour gusts is not finding purchase on anything, and is entirely being held down by Hilda and Delg, and a little bit of Dusk. Dusk, you're kind of holding your own. You're not being a detriment, but you're definitely not helping very much.
Who's being a detriment? This guy.
As Delon is kind of you're walking kind of, but you're more just kind of like being
Trudging.
drug across the sand as you're just kind of dragging your heels to make sure you don't get pulled off. As the storm does start to pick up, as well as the rain starts to pick up, it's getting a little bit harder to see out in the distance as the rain picks up as well. Go ahead and give me perception checks.
Yep.
All right. Sneck and Dusk. Despite your focusing on standing, you actually do manage to see this. And Sneck, you get a nice vantage point on this as you're flying about 10 feet in the air with the wind's help.
Oh, you know what? My cat
Like
perceived it.
like a frantic kite. You do notice an area a little bit, or there's an area further ahead where the sand starts to kind of bed down into another canyon. You would know that you would have some respite from the winds inside the canyon.
How loud is it with the wind?
we're
It is hard to hear each other. You cannot whisper inside of here. You basically have to yell if you want to communicate.
We
Okay.
telepathic bond.
You do have telepathic
How long
bond.
does
That's
that
true.
last?
I
Hour.
shout through that telepathic bond.
You naturally speak up in the telepathic bond as your eardrums are very, very abused.
There's a valley over there!
There's a what?
I start flapping my hand that way.
Screaming.
You hear Sneck incredibly loud in your head.
A
Ah,
valley over there!
Please
Okay.
stop screaming.
okay, we're gonna go that way. And I just kind of tug the rope a little bit and give him a thumbs up if he looks back.
You watch as Sneck is carried off continuously with this wind. As you guys kind of shift your direction to make your way towards the valley, it also shifts the direction that the wind is blowing against you. So Sneck kind of like goes from blowing to one side to just kind of slamming into the other side of the rope. So as you change directions to adjust course,
Yep.
Sneck, give me a Constitution saving throw as this happens.
Sure. I love these G-forces.
And you
8.
thought I was crazy for tying a rope around
You
him.
take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as the air is knocked out of you as you slam into the other side.
Are you okay up there, Snack?
You hear him coughing and wheezing in your heads.
He's fine.
Alright.
Go forward. Just let's get out of this wind.
So, I will need everyone to make a athletics check.
Oh,
Oh, goody. I
Except
cannot give myself.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Hilda, Delg, and Dusk. You guys all have advantage on it as well.
Oh, okay, I'll roll again.
I
As
should
your
maybe
your
move.
feet
I'm in
are
the air.
planted on the ground.
There we
Can I
go.
give Dusk advantage with guidance?
Good.
All right, Dusk already has advantage.
Oh, he does? Okay.
I'm good.
So,
I rolled.
I can give Delon advantage with guidance.
well, it's not advantage. It's an extra
Or not
D4.
advantage, but extra D4.
So,
Yeah.
you all managed to trudge through it with the 4 of you kind of holding down the rope and Delon participating. At least
There, 16.
not being a detriment. As Sneck just kind of flies through the sky, but he doesn't really weigh that much, so it doesn't affect you too much. You guys make your way and start trudging towards this canyon. Eventually, after about 30 minutes of travel that has slowed down a lot with fighting this wind, you make your way into the canyon. And as you do, Sneck, you quickly find the wind is not carrying you anymore as you kind of slowly float back down to the ground with the help of the group.
That was fun.
Glad you enjoyed yourself.
Hmm. That
Can I
was-
make the
was
rope
good.
longer next time, then I can go higher and see more?
Let you fly if you want.
I'll try.
More rope.
next time.
Add more rope.
I'm not sure that fly would be the best decision in these conditions.
Let's do our best to stay on the ground as much as possible.
Yes.
Did you not see my death from above moment? I like the fly.
Plus the flying elk. They drop dynamite, rain fire.
I mean,
Do you not see the, storm with the winds that would easily whip a stick of dynamite back at you or away?
Oh,
I
man.
must refocus my wizard powers to learn to fly.
It's fun though. It's pretty fun. Anyways, are we taking respite here, or?
Oh no, it's just out of the wind.
Oh,
Yeah, as you guys make your way down to the canyons, the canyons, they focus the wind towards you as the winds shift from kind of circling a little bit to kind of directly flowing in your face down the cavern, but the speed of it is significantly slower. It cuts it down to about 20 miles per hour as you feel safe to walk again in this area. The rain at this point does start to pick up a little bit more, however.
Is it regular rain or Bernie rain?
Regular rain at the moment.
See how long that lasts. Well, do we need to stop?
You need to find the eye of the star.
Is it visible from here?
Inside the canyon, no. But the canyon does have... It doesn't seem to have any other paths. It's just one straight kind of separation in the rocks.
Go in the right general direction.
Oh, that's a plus.
Delg and Hilda, go ahead and give me history checks with advantage.
Okay.
For your stone cunning.
Hilda's half stone.
Oh, that's right. Delg gets it at advantage. Hilda gets it at normal.
Hilda's
Oh. I gotta roll
One
one.
second.
Here,
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Um,
I can't believe
anyone
that.
else can make a nature check if they would like to. If they would like to try to figure out the information.
Sure.
I don't know shit.
Don, you don't understand nature of this world. It doesn't make sense.
Everything's dry and made of rock, and everything is shitty.
You missed your humidity and your beaches and your happiness. All
I
right.
miss the volcanic sand. I miss.
Dusk. You do notice there is. You don't fully understand how to read it or how to kind of decipher what it would mean, but you do notice there is small bits of wind scar across these rocks, where the wind has been blowing for a long enough time at some point to scar these rocks.
I'll point that out to the crew and then be like, the wind is really violent to be able to cut stone like this. It's leaving marks that are kind of worrisome.
That can happen over time. I mean, you think
I don't
it's
know anything
recent?
about that.
Can I look closer at the scars to try and determine if they're fresh or if they're like through long-term erosion?
Sure.
What do you want?
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Okay.
I'll say with advantage for this situation.
Guidance. Dale.
Okay.
He doesn't need it.
This has definitely been erosion over time. But what you would know about that is that means that this valley gets pretty regularly 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. Mixed with sand and sandstorm, it would make sense that there would be some wind scarring. But there does seem to be an excess amount of wind based off the scarring.
I will relay that to the group.
Oh, okay. Is there any way to investigate it? I guess, if it's like magical or like.
Delgwyn knows it's not magical.
Oh, okay, okay.
This is from
Perfectly
natural wind.
process.
It
Oh,
might
okay,
be
it's not
wind
magic.
caused by magic, but at the end of the day, it's still just wind. It's causing this.
Oh, okay.
Let us move quickly, as to avoid the wind.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to be sliced up. The wind must be intense for it to do this, though. Even if it's,
Turn wind
Not-
scar is permanently ruined for me. I just picture this person in red clothing with little cat ears and a large sword.
Mm-hmm. I know who you're talking about.
Onwards!
Yes.
All right.
So, you all continue trudging through the canyon. It
think
does
I
make travel a little bit easier, as you're out of the storm itself. Every once in a while, you do get this gust of wind that kind of picks up. However, with the wind picking up, you do manage to kind of hunker down and take it for the short period of time. Between all of you there, you have little issue with the short bursts of wind as opposed to the constant wind. As you continue through the canyon, you get about an hour in, making your way closer to this location. A little bit out of the way, but it's not too far out of the way. And at the end of the day, it's at least you're making good time at the moment. Who is leading the group?
Snack will probably be out front.
I was gonna
He's
say.
he's only following one path, so.
Yeah.
I'll let
Probably near somewhere at the end.
Okay. Sneck and Hilda, give me perception checks. As you would be the first ones to see it. All right.
No, see it we would.
As you crest the corner, kind of crest one of these corners around the canyon, you see ahead of you the rain start to change in form. You watch as you start to see smallish bits of sand seeming to erode from the rainfall ahead of you.
That's
And
not
it seems
good.
to be coming towards your direction.
I think we need to move.
Woods up.
That's
There-
through the
there's-
hot thing. Through the hot thing.
the hut or the shield.
Yes, anything right
Do the
now.
tiny hut.
I'm going.
Okay. You cast Warding Wind.
Yep.
As you do, the winds around you start to die off a little bit. There still is some wind. The wind, anytime there's a gust that's above 20 miles per hour, it kind of does force its way in past the Warding Wind. However, it does protect you from the rain and acts as a kind of umbrella as you watch as the ground around you starts to sizzle a little bit, sounding very similar to the acid rain that you dealt with before. However, at the moment, you guys are not taking damage from it.
This looks exceptionally terrible. We should probably move faster.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this only lasts 10 minutes, so we gotta kind of. Yeah, that's one thing I forgot to mention, guys.
Okay, pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
Yes, let's start moving.
Looking ahead of you, the canyon has started to get deeper as you've made your way down into it. It's probably about 75 to 80 feet deep at this point. And
You think there's a cave down here?
I hope so at this rate.
looking ahead of you, you at the moment don't see an end to it.
Let's go.
So, you looking for caves or are you just moving forward?
Moving forward, keeping an eye out for any alcove.
I am
cave
looking
that
for
we could
caves, yeah.
possibly get in.
Maybe delve with a stone cunning could tell if it's a cave up or not.
Sure. Give me perception checks. Just dog with advantage because you're looking for a cave.
This is awesome. We're surrounded by stone. You'd be so cunning.
That's how stone cutting works, right?
Yep.
Sure. I mean, there has to be some use for it.
So, go continue forward. Delve, you do notice a spot a little bit up the canyon wall, as well as Hilda notices as well, where there's a small path. It's definitely not well traveled, but there is a small path that kind of leads up to what looks like a small-ish cave from the base of the canyon itself.
All right. There's a cave up there.
Alright, up there, let's go.
Yep. Let's move.
They need
Follow
everyone
Marty Road.
to make me athletics checks. Make your way up the wall.
Okay.
It's not a super high
Wow.
DC.
Fine.
Doesn't matter.
Oh god.
I know. That's why I said it.
We're still attached with a rope, right?
York.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
Delon, who is at the back of the group, you're having issues finding purchase on these rocks. However, with the warding wind there, you all have moved closer in with each other. As you all have made it up, let me think. How many lengths of rope do you guys use to tie yourself together? Just one?
I was just using my 50-foot, yeah.
Okay. I need to know
There's
marching
about
order
7
then.
feet between us.
I need to know marching order of everyone then.
I have. To be
I'm
in the middle.
behind Snack.
I'm at the end of the
Snack.
group, like you said.
Snack, Hilda, Delg, Dusk, Delon.
I think I might have to be in the middle because of the warding wind. I think it's centered around me.
Okay, you can do that. That's not a problem. So, Delon, or it'd be Dusk, and then it would be Delg, and then Delon. That's actually a good thing. So, Delg, you feel as you get to the top of the rock, Dusk is having a little bit of issues as he's kind of making his way up this little rock face, but he manages to, he slips his footing a couple times as you watch his rocks kind of tumble past you. And one of these times, Delon, you hear the wind kind of pick up for a moment behind you, and as you turn around, this rock just lands perfectly where your foot is about to go, as you just kind of slip out and just slam face first into these rocks and slide down the maximum 7 feet that you can. Delg, go ahead and give me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
It'll be
Watch
a-
out
it would-
below.
It'll be a lower DC due to your athletics check being so high. Okay. Yeah, you hear this and quickly kind of plant your feet, turning around as Delon just kind of like taps into the rock a couple times. You're climbing up about a 30-degree angle, so it's not too bad. You don't take any damage from it, but you do manage to not get pulled down yourself.
You took ego damage.
Yeah, as with Delg's help, Delon, you can stand back up.
Thank you.
As you guys start to make your way towards the cave, this does hold you up for a little bit, as warding winds will fade before you get to the cave. I need you guys to go ahead and give me another athletics check to attempt to sprint to the cave as fast as you can, except for Sneck and Hilda, who, with their natural sprinting abilities, just kind of
No.
haul ass to the
Dang.
cave.
That was such a good roll. Such a good. Don't cut the rope. I can reuse it. I can
All it takes
untie
is-
it for you.
It's too
All it
good a
takes
knot. Snack can never undo that.
Yeah, it's like,
So,
But I thought you were a master of knots, Nick.
Dusk, as you start to feel the spell fade, you kind of start to warn everyone that the spell is about to fade. As Delg, you just go into a sprint. As you watch as Delg just passes, he just starts to pass you, Dusk. Kind of just keeping, and you've never seen Delg run this fast. It was kind of surprising. As Delon, you're kind of, oh, I should pick up the pace before you're slowly finding yourself dragged, kind of like
I'm doing
a
that
child
thing.
behind a dog leash.
Yeah,
Delg is just
exactly.
going sprinting,
Yeah.
and you're just trying to stay on your feet the whole way. You all do take,
guys, the spell's fading. Hurry, get in.
you do take 3 points of acid damage to Delon, Dusk, and Delg.
Ow, ow, ow.
Just barely getting in at the last second. As you guys make your way into this small outcropping, the rain does not seem to affect you.
This rain is a pain.
Thank you, Doug.
I couldn't just let you fall.
Appreciate that.
How big is this alcove?
It's not too big. The indentation into the rock, it looks like somewhere where possibly some sort of boulder or some rock was removed from the rock face itself. That was quite large. As you look at it, it's probably about a 10-foot diameter. So it's just enough for you guys to all kind of squeeze in and not get affected by the rain. However, it's not really that comfortable.
I'm assuming the walls are dry here.
Walls are in fact dry here.
I walk up the wall.
Yeah, you can very easily do that.
There you go. There's some more room.
Oh, thank you. I squeezed in a little more
Yep. you
because
can do
I
that.
think I'm the tallest person, so like I'm really tucked in there.
You guys try to squeeze in a way as well where you don't have to untie the rope, so you kind of squeeze in a very specific order. Luckily, Sneck is leading the group, so him making his way up the wall doesn't affect you. However, you guys, what would you guys like to do?
Anyone have an umbrella?
I mean,
What's
my
an
cloak stops
umbrella?
it, but I am the only one with my cloak, so...
Oh, true. Yeah. Does our desert cloaks have a hood, or is it just a cloak?
They have a hood, but they don't really. They're not magical cloaks, so they don't really protect you much.
Oh.
They're just camouflage.
They're natural camouflage.
Well, the way I see it is we've got two options. We wait and see if this passes and try to get out before the acid rain kicks off again. Or we just go for it and hope we don't die by the time we get to the center of the storm.
When I saw the storm like come whatever ago, did I see any rain near the center of that storm?
At the start, no. By the end of it, you were seeing rain near the center of the storm.
Oh, okay.
It has been since about 8 hours ago. It hasn't stopped raining in this area.
How close do you think we are, Doug?
How close do I think we are?
About a day's travel away still.
About a day's travel still.
Mm-mm.
This place is pretty far, actually.
I mean, it's a big desert.
Sorry, I'm gonna dig through my spell books to see if I can find anything to help with this rain. Which is what I'm actually doing.
Fair enough.
I have this. This might help someone.
I pull out the +1 shield.
How heavy is that thing, actually? I have mage hand, so I might be able to use it as an umbrella.
It is heavier than Mage Hand can carry.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh,
I sort of poke it out into the rain to see if it starts melting.
It is 1 pound heavier than Mage Hand can carry. It's almost like they did that
really?
on purpose.
God damn it.
Yep.
I don't even know how much. Oh, up to 10 pounds.
I'm assuming it doesn't start melting when I hold it in the rain.
The shield? No.
This will work for someone as an umbrella.
I mean, I already have a shield I can hold up over my head if that's the case.
The problem is not the rain that comes from above, but the rain that comes from the wind in your face.
That does hurt a lot more.
I really have nothing for this, huh?
Druids, man. Druids be crazy.
I start digging through my bag and
I got this ears, I got this ears, the ears help.
I mean, I've got ball bearings.
The ears will happily melt at different paces in the acid rain.
Actually, does my robe protect me from the rain? Since it's a magic robe?
Somewhat.
Oh, I have this thing. Doug loves this thing.
I throw the lodestone at him.
Oh god. What was the lodestone again? Remind me.
It's just a magnetic stone.
So it just goes clank and sticks to his armor.
Yeah.
Ow. Oh, it's my lodestone now.
I still have 8 water skins left. And I need a spare bedroll. I got 3 of those.
Oh, no, it's not. It'll just melt. Damn it. Yeah, I got no, I turned up with nothing. I'm sorry, I got nothing for this really.
I don't have any amazing ideas myself. May just have to wait for a bit and see if the storm blows over it.
Is it possible to see if this rain is magical, or is it just like actual like acidic rain?
I'm pretty sure the whole storm
Feels like just rain.
Oh, okay.
Nature magic is different from the aspect of it because it's not powered with the arcane.
Right.
It doesn't feel any different than it just normal rain does. From the aspect of telling it, you could roll a nature check if you'd like to figure it out. If you'd like to attempt it.
Sure, why not?
No, you're not sure.
Probably not. Yeah. I'd say,
Druid
that's
magic be
water.
cray cray.
Yeah, that's water. Well, I guess we can wait it out a little bit if you want. You can take a break. I can start the Liam and Tiny Hut in here. Delg
It
and
didn't last that long in the last.
how long did it last? I don't remember.
Yeah, do we
Guess
remember
like
how long
you
that?
with that intelligence roll, you remember it lasted about an hour.
It was about an hour.
Okay.
We can try to wait this one out and continue on after that.
At this point,
Then we
it's
can
been
just
about
take a
10
short
minutes into
rest.
the storm.
Sure, then short rested.
I did.
Do we
Can
need
very
the hut,
easily
or
do that.
do you
I
want the
think-
hut, or nah?
I think we'll be fine up here without that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not going to sleep or anything, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. You all settle down for a little baby rest. You can roll your hit dice and get your spells back and do everything you would like to do on your rest.
Yeah, arcane recovery.
Yeah. 62 points.
Dusk.
Uh-huh.
You look at something for me?
I was?
Can you look at something for me?
Oh, can I? Yeah, yes. Sure,
I
of
pull out
course.
the Vorpal longsword.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
I just cast start. Do you want me to identify it, or what do you want me
Yes,
to do?
please. I didn't learn that one today.
Oh, okay.
Didn't learn that one today.
No problem. I got you.
Sure.
What do you do if you roll a hit dice that has like a nat whatever, and then it's over your thing?
Yeah, you're fine.
Nothing.
You just go to your max.
Fair.
Do you stop at your max?
Sweet. Alright.
Yeah,
Jeez,
one.
How
one
damaged
max
were
roll,
you,
one
Delg?
mini roll.
Holy shit.
I know what
I mean, I
this
know what
does.
a I know what a Vorpal longsword does. I just wanted to know if there was any other properties to it.
Sure. No, it's just a normal Vorpal longsword.
Cool.
Yep, I'll just explain that. I said, yeah, it's just that's what it is.
Hold out.
Question. So do I know if Daisy resets daily? Because she
That was
loses the
done.
glow, right?
Yeah, the eyes stop glowing. So you would know whenever the eyes glow that you have the ability again.
So yeah, okay. All right.
Yep. Is that
Hold
all?
out.
Yeah.
I found this.
I hold up the Vorpal longsword.
It hurts
Ye-
people.
It Is it like Daisy?
If you get a really good hit on them, you just chop their head off.
She's gonna pick up the Vorpal sword and just kind of look it over.
Oh,
You sure you
see,
can't-
If you crit with it, you chop their head off.
It's a Vorpal blade that goes snicker snacked.
Mm-hmm.
Damn right.
And actually, yeah, that's what it
And
says.
it's a +3.
Nice.
That's
Or
a
if-
damn good sword.
Or if the DM decides it's too big to cut their head off, then you deal extra damage instead.
Yeah, a lot of extra damage.
Plus 10 damage to Jabberwocks.
Oh, you-
So Delg, you didn't want the sword?
Oh, by all means, I've got the legendary Holy Hammer Akmon. I'm pretty happy over here.
All right. Well, Sneck, since you're giving me this weapon, you gotta name it for me.
Okay, give me a minute.
Okay. I know you're a master at names, so.
He's a
I'm just
master
gonna-
at weapon name generator.
No, I'm
I
not.
just-
I'm actually thinking about this.
Well, no, I'm just gonna be calling him the master of whatever.
That's fair.
the massive sword.
And I will do this. See which word I use for it. Okay.
Okay, I've got it.
Okay.
This is the Blade of Dissolution.
Blade of Dissolution.
I thought you were gonna say snack for a second. The blade of snack.
The Blade of Snake. All right. Blade of Dissolution.
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 It means death.
All right, so let me go in here because I gotta add it to my sheet, right?
And this
You
is
should
how
just be able to
legendary
drag-
blade is made.
You should be able to just drag the Vorpal longsword over.
All right, hold on, I gotta reopen my character sheet.
I will take it out of my bag of.
It's a +3/+3 longsword though. So it'll deal less damage than your great axe, but
She can dual wield, right?
Sword.
Heavy weapons.
I don't
she
know.
just-
Wait, hold on.
she can dual wield regular weapons. I don't know about heavy weapons.
What?
There's a
That's
feat
a
for
good
that.
question. I don't know.
Hilda, take the dual wield feat.
I don't know how to do that. Okay.
On your next level up, or level
Okay,
12,
alright,
I believe it
yeah.
is for barbarian.
All right. So now I need to edit this. Oh, what? I did not mean to do
I
that.
know.
She's attacking us.
Sort of.
It's all over.
Fucking
Roll
So do I
charisma
need
save.
to? Okay, I don't need to add anything to this, right?
Nope.
Okay. all right.
Nope.
So,
Those everything there.
I'll have to add the extra effects onto it, but that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
all right, let me add the.
Just add an extra attack with 68.
Mhm.
Just
that's,
add
the extra, that's the extra damage. If it's too big to chop off its head, that's 68 damage.
Oh, 6d8.
Yep.
I thought you said 68.
Yeah, it's,
Oh,
an extra,
okay.
it's an extra 68 slashing damage if you cannot cut the head off of whatever the creature is.
Alright, I don't know how to add that in.
Aye, Bruce will sort it out.
There we
I
go.
got you.
Blade of Dissolution is in my,
All right.
it's in my inventory now.
Like how you have both these. You only need one, but yeah, you have both.
While that's happening, we're like, I'll turn to Delon. Hey, Delon, I learned some new ritual spell.
What was that?
Oh, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Would the Liamin's tiny hut and that telepathic thing we're talking to each other with? I don't know if it's still active or not, but
Nope,
Out of
not at the
character, what
moment.
level is the telepathy thing?
5th.
That's the cantrip.
Hmm?
I think it's half of my level, so 5th should work, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Don't really have anything to offer you at the moment.
Yeah, nothing needed. It'll help in case, If we happen to
Separate,
split
yeah.
apart, yeah. You know, never know.
Yeah. Thank you.
So it's both Rary's telepathic bond and Lehman's tiny hut if you want.
How long does it take you to copy those down?
I'm trying to find.
I believe it's an hour.
It's an hour or half an hour? I forget.
That's far
I
scribe.
think it's an
It's,
hour.
it's
per.
half an hour if it's your class, if it's evocation. But it's an
Well,
hour.
no,
if
for I
it's-
mean for warlocks copying it down.
He has the Book of
Oh.
Shadows thing.
Yeah, the Book of Shadows. I think it's an hour per spell.
I don't remember how the rules worked.
Oh, bandit.
Inspect the moon. Book.
Do
of
I-
Magic, here it is.
Do I need to attune to the sword?
You do.
Just
On your
out of
adventures, you
curiosity.
can add
It does
other
take an
visual
attunement
spells to your
slot.
book.
You don't
So
need to
you
worry
would
about
have
it.
to-
It
until you
takes
get dual
2
wield.
hours and 50 GP. For each
2
level
hours,
of the spell, 2 hours and 50 gold.
So it would take you 2 hours to sit down. So you'd have to take an extra hour.
Hold on to it for now. I
Okay.
don't know if we'll actually have that much time.
Yeah. I thought you could learn faster for some reason.
Probably a rule that
So-
we honestly forgot about.
After,
I mean,
as you guys
Magic's
do get to
weird.
the end of your rest, the acid rain does stop.
Oh,
I think we're safe now.
it's Claire.
Alright, we should probably head out.
The ground stops sizzling.
That's a good thing.
You also do notice as you make your way out into the canyon, the wind has died down. It's relatively calm at the moment.
We can't see. We're in some kind of canyon, right? We can't see the storm, aside from what's directly above us.
Yeah, you can see the storm that's above you. It's hard to make out distance wise. You kind of just see the edge of the top or to the top of the canyon.
Well, let's move quickly. Wow,
Faster we can cover ground. Yes.
Yeah, let's not dilly dally.
So you all start to haul ass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we going by the canyon route or are we going on top of the canyon?
I mean, if you want to attempt to climb to the top of the canyon, you can.
Let's just follow the canyon for now.
It's
Okay,
85
guess-
feet up on each side from the base. So it's up
Alright.
to you. Okay, so you all make your way back down and start rushing off, trying to make up some good time since you did have your break. Are you attempting to be stealthy? Or are you attempting to move at normal pace? Or are you just moving full speed?
I'll move normal pace with my hood up.
Got it.
I'm gonna try to keep
And
pace. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep pace with Snack.
Doug will try to keep up.
Yeah, similar.
Everyone, give me perception checks.
shake, rattle, and roll.
Noise.
Doug is the ultimate marathon runner now.
There we go.
Yeah, you've been running for a while.
He literally cannot become exhausted now.
Cardio.
So, as you guys make your way ahead, you watch as you start to see a silver bit of energy swirling and falling from the storm ahead of you.
That doesn't look normal.
What does it?
Find out the silver swirling energy.
Hey, shit.
Sense magic.
I wouldn't say, I don't care. It's a snack. He just sees it. I know it's nature magic. and
It's
I
some
wouldn't
sort of
sense it.
magic.
Should we be concerned?
I don't know anything about
All
druid magic.
those.
I don't know about this. That's not magic. I point to the. Even though I know it's magic, I'm just like that's not real magic.
Do you all
Well-
continue forward?
Yes. Maybe there's something waiting for it.
As you round the corner, you notice that the canyon starts to sprawl out a little bit. It kind of separates into these a few multiple paths here. with crag-spiked cliffs at the edge of the kind of looking over the central cavern as you watch as this silver pulsing energy as it gets closer and closer, you can make out the swirl of some sort of what almost looks like wind itself. As it crashes to the ground, as you see a large elemental form ahead of you.
How large? Like giant-sized large, just really tall human large?
Large enough that we're gonna go to a battle map.
Woo!
Oh,
Dun dun! I hope it's not giants.
As
The
you guys
wind.
go ahead and drag yourself onto the bottom.
Okay.
Like right around here.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
can you point that again,
Southern,
please?
southern side.
Okay.
this general
Ah,
area.
okay.
Yep.
Eh,
Apologies.
oh God, why?
As you guys see this.
Oh God.
Are we still tied together, by the way?
Yeah, we
It is-
are.
It is up to you if you want to be tied together or not.
I would think during our break we would have untied,
Yeah.
Yeah, when the wind died.
and I would have
Yes,
stuck the
alright,
rope
fair.
back in my bag.
Like, oh God, are we lashed together?
Going into battle together.
Friends who stay
Um,
together hang together.
You go ahead and
Mhm.
try to get this sized well for you, chat. I apologize. It's kind of a large. It's not the good battle map large. It's the
Awkwardly.
long
large.
the long large.
alright.
So. As you see this elemental form, it stands about 35 feet tall at the end of this canyon ahead of you.
Has it noticed us yet?
It seems to be looking in your direction.
I wave.
What are the odds that it's friendly?
I would hope so. So I'm gonna take Sneck's lead, and I'm just gonna wave too.
I see nothing wrong with this. You know what? I'll even join. I'm like, you know what? Last time it kind of worked out, so friendly diplomacy, minus the lying.
Kind of standing in the back a bit. There's another enormous pig
Actually-
made out of wind, and I'm like,
You guys
last
speak?
time we did this, we killed a friendly.
Anyone speak elemental?
No.
No.
I
I
do
could
speak
it.
orc, but no, not elemental.
Not one of the languages in my huge repertoire.
Hmm.
Ah.
The figure stands ahead of you, seemingly stoic, almost like a statue, as you watch as the swirling energy and swirling winds form around its very large form. As you watch as it wields a crackling bolt of lightning in its hand as well.
Well, maybe someone should try and talk to her. Do you know what happened with the giants?
Do you seriously want me to try?
Maybe not you.
You want me to try it? Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, definitely not you. Somebody who could take that bolt of lightning to the face.
Everybody's head slowly swivels to look at Hilda.
Totally backing away.
Well.
Which more to the left?
All right, let's draw straws. We have straws. Let's draw straws.
No, it's fine.
I'll do it.
Look, let's all just go up there. Let's separate so we're not standing in a line or right next to each other.
Oh
and
no, but you
we'll go
walk
back.
perfectly straight in a line.
You guys should probably I don't know, get behind something or.
I'm gonna do my best to kind of stay near the canyon walls.
Yeah, do that.
Doug will walk right out in the middle with his arm crossed and stare the giant down. He does not care.
I
I
hear
just love how
music.
everybody
It does not sound friendly.
Come
I
on.
hear that tune too.
All right, let's go do this, dog. Let's go try to talk to it. Maybe it speaks common or something.
Snack, go do that thing you do when you disappear.
Oh, that's I was planning on that. Still out of combat. I hope.
Hilda just assumed that you were gonna do that anyway.
Yeah. That's is level relative.
Yes. So the spires go up. The spires go up, yeah, roughly around the distance that it would take to get up them.
Okay.
So this would be about 20 feet up to there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is the rock dry currently?
At the moment, it is damp.
All right.
You could find purchases in certain places, but you'd have to be careful. The underside of the rock seems to be relatively dry.
You know what? Actually, I'll wait. I'll hold my action back here.
Okay. And you can see under this spire as well, to clarify. It is about 20 feet up, so.
I'll go, like, right here.
Okay. What do you all do?
I'm gonna move another 35 feet.
I'm
Wait, hold
gonna
on.
get out of sight and hide.
All right.
Right here.
Is there anything
No.
I can use as any form of cover?
I mean, you can hide along the cliff
We're back
sides.
here.
They're not fully like they have areas where they're full cover.
I will attempt to stay along those. I guess move another 30 feet.
Hilda,
Ah, how I wish I had.
as you step to there, you hear the voice of this creature call out, "Who enters the path of the Storm King?"
Hi! Hold on 1 second. I wanna roll. Okay, alright. So, I just wanted to roll that first, because Hilda's not charismatic. Hi! We were just passing through. Can we just continue to pass through? Is that a thing we can do?
This is
Pretty
hallowed
please?
ground for my kin and my kin alone.
Oh.
Even the orcs do not dare stray in here.
Oh, we were unaware of that. We kind of got pushed in here by this storm, funnily enough. So if you could point to the nearest exit, we will just, we'll just go.
Give me a persuasion check.
She's charismatic, remember? Alright, hold on. What am I?
Persuasion check.
What is
I was automatically going to intimidate. Yeah. I don't think I was gonna persuade an elemental. It was worth a shot, though.
I will very easily show you the exit to my canyon.
Without dying, please. I have fragile party members that are very fragile.
The storm will lead you to the exit. Whether your
Okay.
bodies survive the trip is not my problem.
All right, that's a good storm. Yeah.
Hey,
it's-
before we go, could we ask you about the acid rain that keeps falling? Because we were hoping to put a stop to that. Was that you or is that the orcs?
The rain that you speak of is not natural and is not from me.
Yeah, we're trying to put a stop to that. That would be great. Doug, help me out here.
I think you're doing great.
Okay. But we will leave. We would like to get rid of the acid rain for you, so it doesn't, ruin your hallowed ground here or anything.
This rain does not affect the hallowed ground. Visitors do.
Even the acid rain?
There's a reason that orcs do not travel here.
Okay, well, I'm thankful for that because we haven't had to run into any, but yeah, all right. She's gonna look at her bag.
That's so it.
No, it won't. It won't make any difference, huh?
Hold on a second. Has it been a day since the last time I tried divine intervention?
Yeah, last time was the
Yeah,
demons, right?
it has been.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm going to. Delg's going to mutter a quick prayer to Tyr and Moradin to see if they can come smooth this over so we don't get annihilated by a gigantic storm.
Sure. Roll a D100. You need to roll a 10 or below.
Suspense.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
I'm not even upset about that.
You call out to Tyr and Morden. As you do, you see the clouds start to form around you, and for a moment you feel like their aid is coming. Before you watch as the clouds set down upon you, as a large tornado falls, completely surrounding you and all of the everything around you. Stick. You
Yes.
find yourself immediately behind you, a ferocious storm wall form as you are locked into this area.
Boss battle enabled.
Okay.
Battle arena.
Roughly around here.
Alright. Alright.
As the storm forms around this giant, as you feel howling winds, and if you have any open flames or fog, it immediately disperses. And luckily, none of you guys are flying right now.
Oh, thank God. I was gonna try to fly earlier, but thank God I'm not.
Well, we don't want to. We never meant to anger you. We did not know this was sacred ground. Can we leave now? Because we really want to take care of them orcs, man. They're such troublemakers. And gosh darn, orcs. Yeah. Delg.
We'll see if you're worthy of your quest that you have.
Okay.
Go ahead. Give me an initiative roll at that point.
That initiative.
Died
We're
inside.
dead. Guys, we're dead.
I didn't
Yeah,
click on
we're
the token.
totally dead.
Oh.
Oh, the counter to this is higher.
I'm just happy I got
Wait.
double digit initiative for once.
I have something that lets me, don't I?
You're already rolling advance.
Oh, well, no, it lets me do something.
I think you
Out
get
of
advantage on
curiosity.
initiative, don't you?
Was I
Yeah,
able
she already
to
has that.
cover where I'm at?
Alert gives you advantage.
Ah, okay, all right.
Oh, did you take alert?
No, feral instinct.
Oh yeah. No, that's just the advantage. That you already have
Alright.
that.
Yeah.
So that'll bring us to the
Well-
elemental stormlord's turn.
I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
As you watch as he
go.
takes his thunderbolts and throws them at throws one each, one at Hilda and one at Delg.
Hey, come on,
28 to hit
man.
Hilda, and 12 to hit Delg. Wow, was
Of
that
course,
Nice.
naturally.
was that a?
Tier came to his aid.
I'm
As
taking
you
full
see
damage
this
on
fly,
this.
as you see this fly, Hilda, I will let you rage
Okay.
because you'll need it.
Because I was gonna go in rage. Like, fuck.
You feel the storm settle down and feel that conversation is no longer an option. As he rages, the thunderbolt gets thrown at you. You do take 16 points of lightning damage, however.
It still hurts. Okay.
Oh shit.
As it
I
does
can-
that, that'll bring
It's
us
fine.
to the layer action.
Of course.
Pull that up real quick.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
As that
Mhm.
happens, you watch as 3 spirits come down as well. And they will go ahead and act. Let's go ahead and roll their initiative, and everything will act. Anything that gets added from the layer will just act on that turn. Sure, acts on a 20.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright.
Technically, that's where it should act anyway. So hey, it
Yeah,
worked out.
That's fair. And it would act before Delg, however, it got spawned this turn, so it is not going to do anything this turn.
Yay, summoning sickness.
Delg, your turn.
Okay.
You
What
watch
is
as
Delg going to do?
you quickly get surrounded as well by these extra spirits. The wind is coursing around you, and you believe it would be difficult for projectiles to fly as well.
Well, Delg is going to toss a flame strike at the Stormlord dude.
Do it.
Let's see how he feels about fire.
Sure, he doesn't care.
For 3 points of 13, 12. And it is a dexterity save, which he does not have any abilities towards, so. He still saves.
He has a lot of ability.
Of course he does.
As he takes some damage from your flame strike. A little bit less than you were hoping for. So he avoids the majority of the flame strike.
And Delg is gonna plod forward.
All right.
Get over here and fight me like a dwarf. And that'll be Delg's turn.
All right. Hilda.
All right, she is going to bum rush up.
All right. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I knew it. Okay. Advantage or
You
yeah.
have advantage. All right.
Good.
Nice.
As soon as you get within 30 feet of this creature, you feel a pulsing wind attempt to push you back. Fighting through it, you manage to spend all of your movement to just barely get to there.
Okay. Now I have a question because you put 2 things on here. So I've got the blade of
That's if you attune
disillusion.
to it. That's up to. That's
Oh.
if you want. It is if you wanted to use it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can
Alright.
save that.
You can
Alright.
you can use your battle axe if that's what you want to do as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my battle axe for now. I saw that and I'm like, that's
The
a lot
second
of
attack is if you get a crit for that sword.
Gotcha.
That's just the
Gotcha,
extra
gotcha.
damage if you cannot cut off their head. Which,
All right.
in case you attune to it, I did
have.
have it added for this fight because that is vitable because these guys cannot have their head cut off.
Oh, I was not paying attention, so I don't know if the eyes are glowing on my great axe.
At the moment, no, because you used it in the
No.
fight with the
That's
orcs.
right. All right. Minimum damage, crew.
Your first attack does some damage. It seems to cut through and strike true. Second one is also a hit.
Minimum
Save.
damage, crew.
Save damage.
Damn it.
Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna yell at it. Is this part of the test?
Get no answer.
Because I really don't want to kill
Stick.
an elemental.
Uh-huh.
It's your turn.
Do I see any of these little fuckers spawn?
Yeah. You saw his lightning kind of came down from the sky and kind of coalesced into this elemental shape.
Okay. Wow. Let's see what I can do. Not much, because I can't get to anyone.
get close to me.
You can get to this one, maybe. Right?
Nope. I can get to it. I can't do it.
Oh, right.
It's like 80 feet from me.
Okay.
I'll just.
Okay, good.
You can't bow it. Oh wait, no, never mind.
You can.
This one.
No, no, no.
I can, but I need
Yeah,
a
it's
height.
not. I don't like that idea actually.
I mean, technically, me. Sure. Is this all brush underneath this fire?
It's mostly brush, yeah.
Cool. I'll move underneath it.
Sneak into the brush. You feel
trying-
like you're
trying
hidden.
trying to maintain my hiddenness. And I will take a shot at the closest one if I can see him from the angle.
Your best shot would be at this one, probably.
I will
This
take a
one's
shot at that
about. Let me see how high that is. About 40 feet up, probably.
one. Alright, I'll take a shot at the one I can see clearer.
Yep. Sounds good. Go ahead and roll it normal.
Roll at normal. Okay. All my things are too loud. 11.
That will miss.
I thought it might, so I'm gonna roll lucky.
Do it.
15.
15 should hit, I believe. Yep, just hits.
There. Right. 12 points.
12 points of damage as the arrow strikes into this elemental.
It doesn't get
And
the.
it makes no noise as it is an elemental.
I didn't get advantage because of the wind.
Oh, right.
I only
Yep.
get sneak attack if I have advantage over somebody in range.
All ranged attacks and 120-foot radius have disadvantage.
God. Okay.
That's it.
All right. Go on, your turn.
I mean, I'll rehide if I need to.
Yeah.
You won't need it. You won't need
When-
Okay. I will go ahead and cast Hex on the big guy over here.
All right.
I
What do you want him
will-
to be hexed?
Dexterity, try to give the fire flingers a little extra help. Would I have seen this guy get shot or no?
Yep.
Okay.
You saw a arrow that snuck fires kind of curve with the wind and come back and hit it. As
Okay.
you watched the little spark flew out of it.
I will go ahead and attempt the Eldritch Blast Barrage.
All right.
It's really the only thing I can do.
All
Is this
right.
just gonna be at normal or at disadvantage or
It is at normal. Specifically,
It's
his
one-
ranged weapon attacks.
2, 4?
3 hit.
Part for the course. That's 1,
And it's
2.
dead.
Blip, blip, blip.
You blep the you watched as the first shot makes it kind of spark and explode as the other 2 shots sail off and slam into the cliff behind it.
Oh, they're not very strong, so that's good. And am I under any form of cover?
A little bit.
I'll go ahead and do my best to kind of duck behind it. I know I can't hide, but I'm just kind of like, don't hit me.
Sure, you can do that.
And that's my turn.
Dusk.
I do know Sneck shot that arrow, but I know he went invisible. But I'm gonna look for Sneck and be like, Sneck,
It's in
where
the
are
bush.
you? He went stealth, but yeah. I'm gonna cast Great Invisibility on him and be like, Sneck, get out there. I'm kind of afraid of this lightning.
Oh.
And that was for only 15 feet, so I'll move 15 feet away again, so they
All
don't
right.
know. And that's my turn.
That'll bring us to the Elemental Stormlord's turn. Who is going to use his Thunderclap ability.
Oh god.
Hilda, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Me, right?
Yep.
Okay, and it's at normal.
He's clapping them cheeks.
Wait, isn't
That's okay.
All right. So you'll take
Wasn't
half
Thunderclap-
damage.
Talon, don't you use
Border
Thunderclap?
damage.
I use Thunder Step,
Yeah,
Oh,
quarter
step.
damage.
Oh, okay.
the teleport one.
So you
Oh,
take
Jesus.
Oh my
12
god.
points of damage with your
Nice.
resistance.
Woohoo!
As
I'm
this
still
clap rings
triple
out.
digits.
Wait, actually, I just realized. Is Delg 30 feet? Delg, you need to make the save as well.
Oh no.
It's a 17
Oh,
Constitution
no.
saving throw.
I believe in a thing called Delg.
Right, Delg, you
Yay.
take 25 points of damage.
Jesus.
Ow!
As the thunderclap, or as this thunderclap rings out. It is quite loud, and you feel like had you not made your save, you might have been deafened. And that will end his turn.
Clip, clip, clip.
So that'll bring us to the Storm Spirits. Who, this one is going to fly this way.
No.
This one is going to fly to there. They're going to both make Thunder Slams.
Oh.
Actually, no, they're going to use their Tempest ability, actually.
Oh, damn. Just
You need to make a little dexterity saving throw.
Alright. Hey.
Hey, made it.
Make it so you take no damage.
Rad.
Watch as it slings
It's a
up a little tornado
baby
around it.
tempest.
Yep, baby Tempest. Delga, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You are thrown around by this creature. As 2d4, I'll just do 4d4. So you take 11 points of damage from this creature as it whirls up as the small tornado forms and kind of kicks you out from your feet, throwing you 10 feet in this direction. Sorry, this direction. You get thrown away from it. And that'll bring us to the layer action.
Goody.
Oh god.
How many
Alright.
duplicates of himself does it make?
19 more spirits appear.
Hilda,
That's good.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Normal, right?
Oh, no.
You have advantage on it, actually. Sorry.
Good.
Definitely
fail.
danger, and you sense it.
Still fail.
Damn.
Delg, as you get blown back and you kind of get thrown to the ground prone, you look up as you see as this streak of bolts of lightning just falls directly onto your sister. Does not her cousin, who does not dodge it.
Oh
And
god.
instead takes 20 points of lightning damage reduced to 10.
Full 20?
No, reduced to 10 because you're raging.
Okay. Now I'm really raging. I'm electrified.
And that'll bring us to Delg's turn. You are on the ground prone at the moment.
Elg is going to get up.
I need you
and
to
he-
immediately make a strength saving throw as well. Alright, you're good. You kind of grit your feet down as you feel the storms kick up from the Storm Lord again. As you're realizing as long as you're within this range, he is always going to have this wind.
Elg is going to cast freedom of movement on himself.
All right. Has
Nice.
freedom of movement.
I'm hoping, if my understanding is correct, that'll help him not be tossed around by all this wind all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What else would you like to do? You have half your movement
He's-
left. And a
Hmm.
bonus action if you want to use it. Well,
Yes.
I don't think you have a
I
real
guess I've
bonus
got
action.
what, 10 feet of movement left, basically,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
He's going to move 10 feet in this direction. And he's going to cast Sacred Flame at the Storm Lord.
Can you do that with a bonus
That's a
action?
dexterity check.
Oh no, it's an action. Never mind.
Yeah.
My bad.
You're good. As you
then
move
he's
forward,
not
you
gonna do
feel
anything else.
your feet being guided by Tyr, and feel that you are finding it significantly easier to make purchase on the ground.
All right. And I guess that's all he's gonna do.
All right. Hilda, need you to make a strength saving throw
Okay.
with advantage.
Okay.
All right, you're good.
All right. Oh, that hurt. That burned a little.
That'll hit. That will miss.
Minimum damage crew.
For 12 points of damage as you strike out at the creature.
We don't have to do it this way.
Anything else
We
you want
could
to do?
just go through. I'm trying to yell at him. That we could just be on our way and yeah.
Why can't we be friends?
Exactly.
Because your
I
DM's a
want to
dick.
be your friend.
That's
I
not-
don't want to kill you.
We just want you to invite you to prance around our backyard.
This is payback for spearing Zoldan on Friday.
Alright, well, I guess that's all I can do, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Snack, your turn.
Well, Snack's invisibles. So Snack's going for a walk. Hello, I'm invisible,
You sneak up behind
and
him.
I would like to stab you.
Alright.
I would also like
You're
to
good.
cut myself.
You slit your wrist and black
A
your
drop
eyes.
of blood. A drop of blood falls on the
And,
No, it doesn't.
ground.
Not in this storm.
Okay.
That drop
Oh,
of blood
sure,
is
sure.
gone.
fair, yeah.
It gets absorbed by the dagger anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
17 hit.
17 does hit.
Ba-dum.
As you stab into this creature, as it shrieks and dies.
Goes pop.
Goes
Nice.
pop. Fizzle, 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 pop.
Just a minute, I'm sorry.
You're good. Anything else you want to do?
I have 15 feet of movement, and I don't know what the hell's going on up there, so...
You do see a swirling wind, and you can tell that Delg is protected by some sort of magic field from it, and Hilda is constantly fighting it. You can make an intelligence check if you'd like to.
When I look at Del, do I see the protective field, like, clinging to his body, or is it, like, cone around him?
It's like clinging to his body. It's focused on his
Damn.
feet mainly.
I'll run up to him and try to cling onto his feet. If I can get to him, because I'm gonna go within the
Sure.
30.
You go to 30, go ahead and give me a strength saving throw.
Nope.
you run into the 30 and then immediately get just thrust by this wind 15 feet back.
Yep.
As you luckily you don't hit anything.
I just see streaks on the ground.
Delk, you watch as you hear Sneck run towards you before just this
Why do I feel like I just dodged a bullet?
Dawn,
Yes,
you have a spirit in your face.
I do. I have disadvantage on. That's right.
No.
If you do a ranged attack, yes, you have disadvantage on it.
Oh.
Can I Eldritch Bonk him?
You can Eldritch bonk him with disadvantage. You do recall they weren't very strong.
The ability you tried to hit me with was not considered a melee, right?
No.
The Armor of Agathis would not trigger on that, and I think he would know that. I'll shout out to Dusk, a little help here, and I'm going to fire my Eldritch Blast at the big guy, or at least attempt.
Oh, the big guy. Okay.
Fire your 4 Eldritch Blasts. Eldritch
Blast.
Blast.
That's a 1, and
That'll hit.
2,
That'll hit.
and a 3.
That'll
Oh,
also
shit.
hit. That'll also hit.
Nice.
None of them are crits. 19, 18, 18, 14, fuck me.
Hey, they all hit.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then without my hex. 3.
Are you sure you're disappointed with these numbers?
I mean, I
So
could. They
that's,
could have been
what,
crits.
59 points of damage, right? If I counted that right. 22, 30, 37, 47, 59. Yep.
Yeah, 50. Yeah.
And
59
I just go.
points of total damage as you fire your Eldritch Blasts into this thing as it sails through this elemental. I did not like that.
I need a little help here, Dusk. This one's in my face. And I will attempt to resume whatever cover I can, and that's my turn.
Alright, Dusk.
Are these things made of pure magic, or can I roll anything to discern?
They're made of they're elementals, so they're made of energy. They're coalesced energy formed with a some form of. Sure, you can give me a nature check if you want to know kind of how an elemental works.
Oh, all right.
You have no idea. They're just a bunch of
Yep.
magic that somehow attacks people.
Yeah, it just coincides with
They're
everything.
a bunch of energy that just coalesces and attacks things.
Well, I'll make a educated guess and decide that since it's not a physical form, I can try dispel magic on one of them, the mini one next to Dylan, to see if it will just disperse it.
Sure.
And dispel magic
You cast Dispel Magic.
at 3.
Seems to have no effect on the creature.
Oh. Well, I tried.
What did you do? Are you lying again?
No, I'm gonna run into the bush
You
and
watch
hide.
as the cat or chants an incantation that you recognize as Dispel Magic as it coalesces around the form and has no effect.
I meant to attack it.
Oh! I just jumped into the bush.
That'll bring us to the Stormlord's turn.
I swear
He's
he's
going
trying to get
to
me killed.
Roll a d6.
I thought that would work, to be honest. I really
No
thought that-
d6. No 6 on the d6.
Oh, Jesus.
As he is going to once again cast his Thunderclap ability.
Oh shit.
It is
Hey, fuck.
recharged.
Oh, jeez, that 15 really
Just
sucks
a
too.
big fuck.
I need a
Oh,
Constitution
God.
saving throw from Delg and Hilda again.
Thank you.
Oh!
Advantage.
Damn.
I don't think you have advantage on context.
I think
But
you
you're
made it
26
I
anyway.
don't think it
anyways.
matters.
As you do take 30 points to Delg
Jesus.
and 15 points to Hilda as you get slammed by this thunderclap.
Ow.
Yeah, that
And
kind of hurt.
That will end its turn. Storm
Good.
Spirit is
That's a
going
good
to
turn.
see if it gets its Tempest back. What the fuck is this?
Wow.
It's gonna use
Like
Tempest
all
on.
hacks.
It's gonna use Tempest on Delon.
Boost all my hacks.
I need a dexterity saving throw from you, Delon.
I'll be fine. You know what? I will use 1 point of luck to try again.
Okay.
At 1 point left. Nope, I'm fucked.
Take 13 points of damage
No,
as you are thrown 10 feet in a random direction. So let's go ahead and decide that. Backwards along the cliffside as it kind of scrapes you against the cliff.
Ah, fuck.
Ouch.
That'll bring us to the layer action. Yeah, thank God. I was like, please don't roll a 20 on this. As
Instant
nothing
death.
happens. No, your turn.
Okay, what is Del going to do now?
Quick question.
I would like to remind you that he
Sick.
does have disadvantage against dexterity saving.
Okay, good. Freedom of movement is not a concentration check. I was
No,
just
it is not a
double-checking.
concentration.
I was just double check.
It's cast, it's there. Can't take this from me.
I was making sure because I would feel really bad. Because that would be a
attempt was
really
made.
high DC to no, it'd be a 15, so it's not that bad.
Delg is going to heal. Yeah. I started saying what he's going to do, and then I started also trying to say Delg's the Warcaster as well, so he has a better chance of hanging on to it. Delg's going to healing word himself at level 4.
All right. Use your bonus action to healing word. For 15.
Oh, that's something.
Definitely is something.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad for a bonus action heal. And then he is going to plod up to this son-of-bitch. And he's going to burn a charge of War Priest.
Do it.
He's going to attempt to strike him twice with Akma.
Fair enough.
Look him up.
First one hits.
Then he's going to use a guided strike. The channel divinity to give himself plus 10 to that.
Both of them will hit. Zelda, why are you on me? Why do you do this?
It's exciting, Dad. It's exciting. Kill them all.
That's 26, 34, 57 points of damage.
Cast out,
Damn.
dealing 57 points of damage between the bludgeoning and the fire.
He's got to be unhappy about that.
He looks a little hurt.
That's Delk's turn.
All right, Hilda. Go ahead and make me a strength saving throw. With advantage.
I'm
You're good.
good.
Damn.
Can I be good there too?
Both hit.
Nice.
Can you send me some of them crits my way? Come on.
17, 20, 33?
33 points of damage as you slash your axe into it twice. It's looking a little hurt.
That's all I could do. Look at it. Look at it, minutes.
Sick.
Because I just wanted to be
I
out here.
get close.
You're gonna attempt to run in again?
I gotta.
Right, give me a strength save.
Nope.
So you immediately fly back again 15 feet as soon as you hit that 30 feet barrier.
How much of my movement did that use?
15 feet. That's how far you were knocked back.
So I have 2 more attempts. Well, 1 technically if I actually want to move through it.
Yep. You move forward again, trying to get past this wind.
15.
The 16 DC.
Oh, no.
Fuck you, wind.
Once again, just get tossed in the air.
Fortunately, you're invisible.
It's alright, nobody can see this.
Just a yo-yo effect.
I curse the wind
Is
and
it
walk up.
possible to discern you between other dusts of, dirt and sand being built around?
I walk up to the wall and start cursing in Goblin.
You do that. Anything else you would like to do?
Nope.
You can technically make an attack and just be at
Nope.
normal.
Nope.
Delon.
Well, I'm not in melee range of this thing anymore, so
Nope.
I'm gonna try to get it the hell away from me. That was not fun. So, Eldritch Blades. 1, 2, 3, 4.
2 hit.
1, 2.
And it goes. Wait, no.
20
It doesn't go
points.
bloop. Still alive!
Did you move your head?
No.
Oh no, it's on him.
It's not dead.
It's on
Yeah.
the big boy.
I am. Eh.
Hello.
Am I able to get up there?
Yeah.
Or is
It's
that
a-
more
it's
than
path.
30 feet total?
Okay,
it's path.
it is relative. You can't go up the cliff, so you could get to there. That would be 30 feet to get to there.
I will do that then, and that's my turn.
That's
Try
25
to
feet
get
to
away
get to
from
there.
this thing. Oh,
There you go.
and that's me. That's me done.
All right. Actually, to clarify, I clarify this with you. Your character did see that they just flew from where they were as well. They did just hover from where they were. So
Well, I'm trying to see from Delon's perspective, is there any better cover up here? Like, are there any
Yep, fair
larger
enough.
rocks you might be able to hide?
fair enough. I was just letting you know
Because
for the aspect of he can go in a straight line directly up.
I just saw this thing chuck lightning at them. I don't want to get hit by lightning.
Come on, lightning's fun.
The lightning from this thing hurt.
I don't want
Actually,
to
to clarify, the original lightning that you saw him toss a lightning bolt, but you also the strike of lightning was just from a storm. It was from the storm that surrounds you at the moment.
Fair enough.
I have a feeling that's
I-
random.
My point still stands. I don't want to get hit by lightning too hard.
Fair enough. Although you did just move to a higher surface.
That's fine. There's shrubs around me that are taller.
That's
I'm gonna. Okay, time to help him out. I'll throw a fireball at the small storm
a
spirit.
fireball or firebolt.
Fire bolt.
It is up to you.
I want to help
like
out.
30 health.
Yeah, they do, but you know, firebolt's not the most reliable either. All right, firebolt.
Okay, that'll hit.
Okay, one. Is
It's
it two? Yeah.
You only get one. You get increased
Oh.
damage from firebolt.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought it was two.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
You cast the firebolt at him as it explodes in a puff of energy.
Thank you.
There you go.
I mean, if
Sorry
you
about
want to
that.
fireball him, you can. He had 2 hit points left. But if you want to fireball, you can.
You know, do the bang, but no, it's fine. Firebolt.
Anything
Save
else?
your fireball for the big guy up there.
Yeah, I'll save it. Sorry. I'll run up 30 feet. I'll just try to see what's going on.
Right.
I come out
Run
of the
forward.
bush.
Still seeing Hilda and Delg fight this large elemental.
I guess he-
What were you gonna say?
Oh no, is he like so? How damaged is he now? Does he look bad or is he?
You're
He looks
not
like wind.
familiar. You are not familiar with elementals, but he
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
he
I look
looks-
pretty bad.
he looks like an elemental.
Fair enough. All right.
As that'll bring us to his turn. I swear to God. Thank you. That would have been so rude if I rolled 2 6s in a row.
I would be so scared.
He will instead slam into Hilda twice.
Oh gosh.
That's not better. That's not better.
Yeah, it got so much better.
First one for 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Uh-huh.
Second one for 30 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
It's, I was making a joke on my Twitter account this week. Like, someone was like, what's the one thing you can say that discourages your players? And it was that damage is halved. So, 44 points of damage total from the 2 slam attacks into you. As it
Hilda
will
is not looking good.
end its turn.
Oof.
And that will bring us to our layer action. 13. Alright.
Come at me, bro.
I need everyone to give me a constitution saving throw.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, sure.
Or
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use
Oh,
my
fuck
last
yeah.
luck
All
on
right.
that
Oh
one.
wow.
It's not a 1.
So,
That's true.
you all watch as a bolt of lightning strikes nearby, not at anyone. However, the course of it flashing so close to you, you avert your eyes and manage to block it. All but Delon. Delon, you are blind and deafened for 1 turn.
Not again.
Now you know how it feels.
Delg,
Double around.
your turn.
All right.
Give me a strength saving. No, I'm kidding.
Elga's gonna burn another stack of War Priests and get back to smacking.
All right.
Go Akon.
Nice.
Those hit.
Yes, both do.
Does the 31 hit?
No, it misses.
I was more worried about the 18. Yes, this 29, 44, 67 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Ah, damn.
I think, man, I think Delg's gonna take him in both his kneecaps, drop him to the ground, and then cream him in the head with a hammer.
All right. As you you strike towards this creature's lower body, covering it, causing it to hover slightly lower. It doesn't really have kneecaps. Then drive your hammer through the head as you watch as the form of this water and lightning elemental that's formed separates and disperses for a moment. As you watch as the storm. It's the storm. Fuck.
You okay?
Just a space. I was trying to select the freaking line behind you. As the form fades for a moment, as the wind dies down around you, so you guys take heavy breathers.
Am I still blinded?
Dylan, what would you like to do? You're blind and deafened. Would you like to move, or would you like to just stand still?
I'm gonna drop to my knees, roll on my back, and hold my presumably really painful ears right now.
All right.
God damn
Give me
it.
a dexterity
You can
saving
faint-
throw.
You can faintly hear Delon say, "God damn it, not again."
You just hear a really loud ringing in your head. All right. You quickly kind of fall to the ground from your senses completely being gone. As you feel yourself start to slip down the cliff where you kneeled. However, you do manage to stop yourself, as it's not too steep, and you don't roll off the edge. As you're no longer blind and deafened. You're good now. So we are out of combat.
Huh?
That wasn't so bad, was it, Hilda? He'll clap her on the shoulder.
Oh, I think I got windburn.
Oh, I was there too.
Forgot
As you
what's the
stand
thing?
there, you watch as the form of this elemental reforms in front of you.
We passed a stupid test.
Oh, did that satisfy your
Your hex is gone as well.
test requirements?
Did we pass?
Speak up, I can't hear you. Still some ringing.
You are
Bah, bah.
at least stronger than the orcs that come through here.
Well, we could have showed you that.
Orcs are pretty weak, all told.
However, your
I present.
quest by taking this path, I'm guessing, is to the Druid Lord ahead of us.
That's our hope, yes.
He is far stronger than I. The winds that you face there could put you at a disadvantage.
Could you help us with the winds, our great storm king?
I could, and I would like to see this land regained to its natural form. As you watch as he holds out his hands, as 5 motes of wind form and start glowing around your head.
Oh.
As you kind of watch as this small bead of energy just kind of sits just above your forehead.
We're here to rid this land of most of the evil.
We've only made a promise with the giants to at least attempt to remove it. Find
Evil
ourselves capable.
or good has no concern with me. However, the nature of this land should return to its normal, unaltered form.
Agreed.
We've been working on that. I present the.
And if you
the
could
orc-
not defeat me, you would stand no chance against him.
Him?
The orc druid thing that we were told about.
Oh.
And some of this one is also not half demon.
So it's a good job we ran into you.
No.
Fate was kind to us.
And as he says this, he watches his form shrinks. And in front of you, stands a female orc, standing roughly about 6 feet tall, holding a orb in her hand. This orb pulsating with storm and air energy pulsating around it, holding a spear in her hand. Well, it seems that you have accomplished a lot so far from the storytelling that I've been hearing.
The wind elemental
Thanks.
took the form of an orb.
Yes.
An orb.
You watched as the form of the storm elemental faded into this form of an orc standing before you.
Oh,
This
no.
their true form?
She is, as well, is very muscular and very ripped. As she looks, yes. I took the form of the elemental for a short period of time to test you all.
Why did you fight your own?
I am not accordant to my own. I do not identify with the orcs anymore. Their cause is far beneath the saving of the world.
Well, they look to destroy the world. Or at least shape it in their...
This has
Do
little
you-
interest to us. The 10 of
you
us
perhaps-
have bigger concerns and bigger things to look at.
10 of us? Is that
You
what
know,
you
they
just said, the
also
10 of us?
summon demons from the hells.
Yes, I was a part of the first tribe that learned to do this. And I warned them of the evil that could come from it, the manipulation that demons would plague on our civilization. However, the leaders of the Orcs tribes did not heed any warnings that we gave them. Even from my own kind, I came here after the seal was complete and warned them.
What's your name? We never. I don't think you ever presented it.
We did not. Commoners know me as Scoff the Butcher. You can roll a history check if you would like to. If you would like to figure out if you recognize that name.
Cool.
It's true.
Yep.
God damn it.
Hanging around orcs. I know names.
All right.
Would it be in my book?
Hilda and Delk. You recall the tale of a powerful orc at one point that existed in the army of the orcs. A powerful wizard and someone who fought with spear at her side on the front lines, but used her magic in every way that she could to further her skills with the blade. She is also one of the Dusk, you would recognize this part. She is one of the 10 great wizards of
Oh.
Sothiath.
She's one of them. She's one of.
One of what? And Hilda just automatically starts grabbing for her great axe again.
So she fought on the side of the orcs.
No, she fought. She did not fight on the side of the orcs. She fought in actually the army. She was one of the few orcs that sided with
Okay.
sided with the continent when it came to the orcs' dismay. However,
Until this exact moment, I didn't know there were any. Okay. I know.
She's similar to that vegan person in the asshole person we met.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the time warp guy.
Oh, asshole. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. Well, I forget his name already.
No, his name is Asshole.
Sure.
you've been introduced to 4 of our kind, I believe, so far.
One of them's a particular piece of shit, yes.
He's playful.
Yeah.
He
We'll
enjoys
call
his
it-
illusions.
We'll go with playful. We'll go
Playful.
with playful. That's not the adjective I would use, but
He's a little rude. He was just a little bit rude.
I can let you know that your quest does not fall on blind eyes. We are constantly watching this plight, and should it arise to the point where we need to be concerned, we will. However, we are doing everything we can to give tidbits of help where we can.
It's appreciated.
Too busy with that seal.
The seal is weakening.
Does it have something to do with these demon summoning walks? Or is it just coincidental?
Every demon that is summoned through the gate weakens the portal a little bit more. We've gotten to the point where one of us is required to power the seal at all times. And if no one is available at the time, there's a chance that it would break at any moment.
DM, question.
Yes.
The rock that we buried, were we able to determine it was some type of summoning stone, or is it just something weird? Couldn't figure out.
You know it stored energy, as the blood of the demons was immediately absorbed into it. However, you're not entirely sure of the nature of the stone itself. It seems to be absorbing energy for something.
I'll do my best to try to describe it to her, in hopes that she might be able to identify if it's some type of summoning thing, or if it's just something unrelated.
I'll give her a history check for that.
Can I use minor image to recreate the image of what the stone looks like for her?
Sure.
If that helps any.
You can use minor illusion. I'll say that gives her advantage on it. Yeah, this will be a history check. Right. I believe the stone that you're speaking of is the stone of the blood ritual. We've heard about it in tales. However, we have not found an artifact to do study on of it. From what we're aware, and from my knowledge of it at least, it allows the storing of a great amount of energy, usually formed in the blood of some sort of enemy or blood of anything that it gets absorbed into the stone. However, what the purpose of it is, no one's ever accomplished.
And let me ask you this question. We were going to attempt, should everything work out in our favor, we were going to attempt to backtrack our way to it, as it's currently protected by, I believe you said it was a wall of force, Dusk?
Yes.
We managed to acquire a scroll of disintegration trying to break that wall of force. If we were to break that stone, would we be at risk of, I don't know, being at the epicenter of an explosion?
From what we're aware, if the stone is destroyed, it will release all of the energy that's stored inside of it, which will most likely lead to a cataclysmic event of some sort.
We buried it, about 6 feet down. I don't want to go blow it up now.
It might be better for us to remove it.
I've sat on it before. Does that give me any insight on what kind of knowledge or power it may possess? I did get that vision that one time. I do remember that.
Yep. You know that whatever was behind the stone was something that it was something you've never seen before. You got a vision of a creature that is much larger than anything you've ever seen before.
Okay. Try to explain that to her. I don't know if I can recreate the monster with minor image because it might be too gigantic, but I'm like, I have witnessed the power of this stone. It was horrendous, but I was too great mentally and broke out of its charming effects.
Well, that's probably good. From what we're aware of it, if you give in to the effects, it steals your life energy.
Oh, that's like every other day for Dust now.
Seems like
Um,
there's always something trying to sap
Well,
my
oh,
life
it's-
energy.
That's a
Yep.
kind way of saying that it would have killed you.
That happened like yesterday, actually. I got hit by like a couple arrows and I went down like almost immediately. And then there's this time with dynamite, I almost blew myself up. Then there was this time with just keep rambling.
I think the point is that we're luckier than usual that you're still alive, I suppose.
I do forget the frailty of your kinds.
It's also really old.
You're right, they are pretty frail, aren't they?
I was talking about all of you.
Hmm.
I pat
Oh, she's
Delg on
not
the
wrong
back.
with me.
Oh, I know you're assisting us with the winds. Is there anything you could do about the acidic rain? Any protection? Because it hurts.
The moats will protect you from. They'll protect you from the wall that you're about to approach. However, the acidic rains is sadly not something I have at the moment that I can do. This is already something that is taking a large amount of my power for the day.
Okay. Thought I'd ask.
We are the 10 great wizards of this land, but we're not immortal by any means. Well, most of us are.
Expected more. I whispered that under my breath.
So it's safe to assume that you and yours are going to try to get rid of that thing, move it somewhere to study it.
Possibly.
Yeah, at least it's out of the demon's hands. There was a lot of demons there. Like a lot.
We have a
they were
lot
doing-
of places to be at the moment.
Fair enough.
The fact that you have seen 4 of us over the course of what is a month at this point is impressive enough. As many
Should we
places
be
we have to
worried?
travel a day. Yes.
Gotta collect them all.
I don't suppose any of you are particularly homicidal to strangers.
I'm
They
not.
seem to be homicidal. I don't know.
Fair enough, and I appreciate that.
I think they're too wise to be homicidal.
There's many things that I can do and many things that I can control. However, I have always sought out to seek the good in this land and find the good in people's hearts, despite my upbringing.
Well, I, for one, appreciate it. But I think we're wasting a little too much time here, aren't we?
It's only been a moment.
But
You guys have only been speaking for like 5 minutes.
I was thinking more along the lines of we don't want them to build that storm back up. The acid rainstorm, not the elemental
To
storm.
clarify as well, she is 6'9". I forgot to mention that. So she's towering over both of you.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
saying
that's
anything.
normal.
I'm not saying shit. I respect her.
Once you get over 5 feet, everyone looks ridiculously tall and gangly anyway.
Well, I must be going.
4 foot.
I have a long way to travel today, and unlike my compatriots, I travel on foot.
You do?
Not all wizards are graced with the ability to teleport. Some of us have to do the old-fashioned way. As she says this, you watch as she mutters an incantation for a moment and gives all of you a nod. Safe travels and best of luck.
To you as well.
Appreciate
Jared
that.
Moradin watch over you.
As she goes racing off, at a speed that is fairly faster than Sneck.
But hasted Sneck though?
It's around the same speed as Hasted Sneck.
Oh god.
She watches a cloud of dust forms behind her, making her way into the canyon.
Well,
Past you
It's
guys.
really fast.
that was the thing
Oh,
that
actually-
happened.
What could I ask her one quick question before she left?
Nope.
Is this really? No.
What'd you want to ask?
Too late.
I wanted to ask if this was really hollowed ground, or if it was just a test arena.
Yes, this is hallowed ground. I merely took
Oh.
the form of the Stormlord. The Stormlord does rest here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I must have missed that. I think I heard you guys say that when I was walking away.
He was slain long ago. However,
Okay.
these were the grounds that he once stood upon.
Okay,
Then she goes
good
racing
to-
off.
Yeah, that's, I was like, all right, cool.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Thanks.
He roadrunners away.
Who's up for some treasure finding?
So once again, we got our asses beaten half to death by one of those wizards.
Almost all to death, actually. Yeah,
fine.
Oh, all right.
I'm glad you're fine, Snack.
Actually,
I
is he
mean,
still-
you know, you're the best warrior. But I'm feeling kind of tired, y'all.
I think I might have developed tinnitus.
Tetanitis.
Tinnitus. I have been fighting through a fucking fever this entire time. Be lucky I'm talking in a straight fucking.
You're fine.
How's your shoulder? I saw a scrape against the side of the canyon wall earlier.
Well, I think we've all had worse at this point.
I don't know. That's debatable for Delk.
Yeah, I looked there and stuff. Like, yeah, I guess.
But I'm fine. He sways a little bit on his feet.
You're kind of
I-
you're kind of still like leaning forwards, like you're trying to like fight some wind that isn't there.
I think we should probably find some place to rest for a little bit.
I am all for that. Right here looks just fine.
We're gonna rest on the hallowed grounds. Plop ourselves right over top
Let
of
me
this
go ahead
grave
and roll
right
for the layer action.
Maybe not right here. Maybe someplace a little further along.
That's maybe.
all right. Just because Delg said so.
Yeah, let's-
I like that. That should be the basis for our decision. Oak said so.
So. You all look for a place to rest.
Yeah, but I'm searching whatever's around.
I'll just
As
start
you
spiritual
as you move forward into the canyon, you do find a temple. And as you make your way towards this temple, as you kind of make your way towards it, you see a small bit of what looks like almost similar to the Warding Winds, but an oddly calm area just kind of surrounding this temple.
Hey, that looks like my spell. I just,
It's a lot larger
It's-
area, but yes.
yeah, like this. The
Is there any
idea.
writing on it?
The temple, you cannot. Wait, no, you can read all writing, can't you?
I can read everything.
Yeah. It is written in an elemental language, and it reads Temple of the Stormlord, hallowed grounds of all of nature.
What's it say?
Well, it's the resting place of that Stormlord she took form of. That's his tomb. And, yeah, it's what she said. Followed ground. Naturey things.
Hmm.
I don't think he would appreciate if we huddled
Well,
around here.
it's a temple. It's not a tomb.
Temple.
Is it a really big temple or?
It's dug into the canyon wall itself.
Oh,
Looking at it, the top of the temple goes about halfway up the canyon wall, and where you are, so it's about 45 feet up to the top of this temple, where the ceiling is.
I mean, in this world, because Delg probably has a bit of knowledge about temples. Are temples traditionally places that like take in travelers and welcome people to rest and everything like that?
There. Most gods, apart from temples set up to evil gods, are relatively accepting of travelers.
We can probably rest here.
I will stride up to the doorway. Is it like sealed doors or open doors?
As you make your way towards the door, you cross into this bubble. As you do, you find completely calm winds. You find what feels like it feels almost at home to you. You feel a warm summer's day kind of just emanating from this protective area. There is no front doors. There's a large opening on the front where a door would be. However, there's no actual door built.
I'll say out loud, not quite yelling, just kind of like conversational tone. We are but 5 weary travelers looking for a place to rest. Don't suppose we're welcome here.
As you say this, you watch as a crackling spirit appears in front of you. It's similar exactly to the one that you had seen before that had attacked you. However, this one, a lot calmer as you look at the energy that's flowing through it. As it says nothing, but starts to make its way into the temple.
All right, come on, everyone.
Shoulder and just follow it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Uh-huh.
Yep. All right. Let's step in.
As you step in, you find a statue, picture of the form that you had just fought. This statue is sitting on what looks like a throne just kind of formed out of clouds, sitting inside of this temple about 30 feet high. As you look around it, the temple, despite seemingly being abandoned, is pristinely clean. As the spirit continues to make its way through the primary chamber, kind of leads you around the large figure of this Stormlord sitting in this
Are there any
throne.
like offering altars or bowls or anything?
There is a place that you imagine an offering would be accepted, kind of in the center of the front, similar to most temple layouts.
I will take 2 platinum out of the bag of holding.
Okay.
And place it on the altar and give a polite nod of respect and continue following the electric wispy thing.
All right. You can very easily do this. As it leads you around the large form of the Stormlord, it leads you to a smaller doorway. This doorway made out of large stone. As it walks up to the doorway, you watch as it lifts what looks like a ball of energy from from an appendage, basically. It doesn't really have arms, but it would basically be an arm. As it places it above the center of this doorway, you watch as sparks shoot out to all 4 corners of the room, as you watch as these electric lanterns get lit up, as you can now see the pristine obsidian that this entire temple has been made out of. The lanterns kind of lighting it with an iridescent bluish light. As the door opens, and in front of you is a smallish chamber. It's about 20 feet by 20 feet, and inside of it is very soft beds. Very relaxing chamber. Looks like it was meant for weary travelers.
My thanks to you and your lord. Walk past it and find the nearest bunk to kind of faceplant into.
Sure. You do that, and you find, as you lay down on the bed, you find a mattress filled with what you can only describe as a calm lake. And the pillow itself almost emanating this sort of fluffy energy, similar to a cloud.
I think I found a piece of heaven.
Hmm.
There are no blankets on the bed, however, but the room itself is at a temperature where you don't really think you would need one.
Looks like we've been given a place to rest safely, especially if the orcs aren't willing to come in here.
It looks comfy.
Oh, it very much is.
As you lay down, yeah, this is legitimately the most comfortable place you've ever slept.
Alright, Hilda's sold.
I
Maybe.
prefer a nice damp sewer, but okay.
I mean, you could attempt to stab the waterbed, I guess.
I'll fight that urge.
Mental note: make sure my beds in the Lehman's tiny hut are the exact same kind of beds.
Well, you don't really get to decide that in
Lehman's tiny hut's just a dome.
That's
It's
just
just
a
a
mental
shell.
hut. Yeah, no, it's just a mental hut. Gotta get a bed for this dome.
So, do you all settle down for your long rest?
Zelg will offer a thankful prayer in proper tier fashion.
Do so.
He will sleep.
As you all lay down, you find it very easy to quickly fall to rest.
Since I didn't really get damaged too much in that battle, I'm gonna spend some time to decipher the ancient dwarven text
Sure, you can work on that
from
more.
the book. I
Out
forget
of
what it was.
curiosity, would it interrupt with the moon, whatever the fuck it is, the thing that prevents me from sleeping? Would
allows you not to
copying
sleep.
this, yeah, would copying the spell scrolls counteract the rest, or would that be too strenuous?
I would say that wouldn't be strenuous. You could probably do that.
Do you mind if I borrow? You said you wanted to let me copy
Oh yeah,
something.
yeah. I'll lend them the book while I'm studying the other book.
Thank you.
You can do that.
Would
What
the
level
8
of
hours
spells
bring
are
us to a
these?
new dawn?
It would indeed bring you to a new dawn. As you watch as three little puffs would appear in your bag after the long rest.
Oh, and my eyes would
Your
be
eyes glowy.
glowing.
Your daggers are back. You can roll for your research.
I forget what the check was. Was it intelligence? Or...
Investigation.
Okay.
Excuse me. Sorry.
You are good. Sure. Do you have how much you're done with it, right?
Yes, 48%.
Alright, cool. I was just double checking because I didn't have that because I've just
No,
been
that's fine.
giving you a percentage and I knew you weren't quite close yet.
Getting there.
You get another 5% done.
Sweet.
Sweet, so we're up to 50.
3%. I'll keep track of it from now on as well.
Nah, I got it. Don't worry about it.
What was the other spell dust? Lehman's tiny hut, and what else?
Rary's telepathic bond. That's the mental talk to everyone skill.
Because I'm just a talking bill.
Oh, what do I need to attune to the new sword?
You need an attunement slot. If you have one available.
And an hour.
And an hour.
That one, idiot.
Since it
Idiot.
takes 2 hours and 50 gold per spell level,
how
I don't think I'll be able
many-
to do the telepathic bond one.
Let me see. How many magic items do you have at the moment? You have the
Me?
bracers
Bracers?
and the
axe.
axe.
And the axe, yeah.
think that's it.
Yeah, so you could
Oh.
theoretically attune to the longsword if you wanted to, and have that as your third attuned item. And then
Dual
you'd be
wielding, here I come.
you could be attuned to both weapons.
Does the slime necklace take an attunement slot?
She doesn't have that with her.
I don't
right,
have
right,
it with
right,
me. Yeah.
Right.
I don't think it took an attunement slot either. I don't remember.
No, it
Okay.
didn't.
No, I don't think you made her attune to it in the dungeon.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, because she instantly used it. So,
Yeah, that's true.
well, kind of. It didn't get used too much, but you instantly had the option to use it.
Yeah.
I
So,
don't think I have enough time to do Rarish telepathic bomb. That'd
Time
be
or
10
money?
hours.
10 hours.
oh,
we
it's
have
2
the
hours.
money.
It's 2 hours per spell
It's
slot.
2
that's
hours
right.
per spell. Yeah, so that's 10 hours to do that. So we have the money, not the time.
I mean,
But Lehman's tiny hut, I can definitely do.
Yep.
That's 150 gold and 6 hours.
Yep.
Oh, it's multiplied. Oh, okay.
Yep. It goes. It's per spell slot. So.
I see. I see.
Per spell slot.
Actually, is this the only room in the temple, or is there other rooms?
You are not sure. You have not gone out exploring. You were led to this room.
Is that the spirit still around, or did it like wander off?
No. As soon as it opened the door, it apparated back into thin air.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of curious if they have a library in here. Maybe there's some history or spell books or something for
If
travelers.
they do, it's likely unlocked to only followers of the Stormlord. This is a temple, not a library.
No, I mean, history is history. Maybe they want to educate more about the Stormlord and his accomplishments.
I would recommend asking first.
I'm too tired right now. I'm busy working on this. I'm just jotting things in the cipher,
Cipher.
All the cipher.
the Dwarven King book. It's in the cipher.
Delon has never once interacted with that book, or with you guys working on it.
I think
Nope.
we asked.
I have.
But
I was just looking over somebody's shoulder.
I think we brought it to you. But
No, you
said
did.
that-
You did look it over at one point because you had the read all languages ability, and you weren't sure if that would read the cipher.
Yeah, I think it had.
Yep.
No, I didn't have that then.
I mean, you can try if you want.
I mean, all
it's
it'll allow me to do is read it, but based on what we've been told out of character, is if reading it would basically be dwarven gibberish.
Yeah, it's like a cipher of ancient Dwarven language.
I mean, he'll take a look over your shoulder and read a few passages, but
It looks like it looks like the writer of this book had seizures while writing the book and wrote nonsense sentences that make absolutely no sense.
I'm like scratching my head, like I don't know. I'm just translating letters.
You
I'm not-
every once in a while you get like 3 words in a row, and you think it's gonna go back to a normal thing, and then it just fades off into nothingness again.
Yeah, I'm like,
my intelligence is at 14. I don't know if I'd be much help with it. Yeah,
it's up
fuck
to
it.
you.
I guess once I'm finished copying the spell, I'll come back over to you, hand the spell book, and see what you're doing, and offer to help.
Sounds good.
Sure.
I'm like,
You can do that.
thank you for the book.
Oh, thank you.
Well, he would be asleep by then, actually.
Yeah, that's like 6 hours.
I just realized it's like 6 hours. You could do it in the
fair
morning,
enough.
though.
I'll just put the book at like the foot of his bed or something
You
like that.
steal the book.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you're
My
fine.
cat will just lay on top of the
Chaotic
book.
good. I can't steal it.
Oh, my cat will then just sit on top of the book, so I
Like,
I remember.
if I was a particular teeth thing, I might draw tiny penises all over it, but no.
So, you all awakened in the morning, feeling
I'm
well
really so.
rested.
That was the best sleep I've had in years.
Agreed.
5
Aside from the sleep pods.
That's the badger.
No, it's Panther.
Oh,
I have a new mount.
And
Kitty.
now there's a giant cat.
He's a big kitty.
You all awake.
like it's a trap. It's a jackal.
Get it?
Jackal.
You
Eldritch
awaken to
Blast.
find a panther inside of your safe haven.
This place was a trap all along.
Please tell me
It's
that's
fine.
yours.
This is mine.
Oh,
You know, I'm beginning to suspect that my adrenaline is just burnt out because I feel nothing right now.
Agreed.
There's a time, Panther.
Oh, okay.
That just makes it sound worse.
It's a panther
Watch
that
that be an
controls
actual
time.
thing. I mean, Sphinx.
That's not a panther. That's an
Who says
oversized
they
fake
have to be
cat.
lion-esque?
It almost sounds like the name of a Bond villain, doesn't it?
Time panther.
The time.
Time Panther. Da-da-da-da.
Something like that.
So, should we just head out right away? Do we still have those little motes of light flying around our heads?
They're not really flying around their heads. They're kind of placed on your forehead. Kind of like float like at the center of your forehead.
Well, no time like the present, I suppose.
I had a stone that did this once.
I plucked the lodestone off Delg. Is it that?
Not that stone, no.
Oh.
No.
I don't know if you can really pluck it off.
No, you
Give me a
Yeah,
strength
gotta
check.
need a strength check.
Yeah, let's.
Inside check stick.
Snack did indeed have a stone that floated around his head at one point.
Snick certainly believes he had a rock that floated.
Sure. You pull the stone off. It's hard. It's very stuck on there. You kind of don't really pull it off as much as kind of just like shimmy it
Yeah.
towards
like
the
slowly-
edge of the armor and then pull it off.
Yeah, just slide it to the edge and just like try to. Yeah. All right. Well. All right. Then I throw it back onto Delg.
Clank.
I have
So-
this weird feeling too that like you're like putting it in like the small of his back of all places.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
It's like right
Doug
at
is
his
just gonna
collar,
pretend it's not there.
right at the collar of the armor.
It's
right
fine.
by-
It just
right
holds your
behind his
cloak
neck.
down. It just holds your surcoat down. It's fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Accessory, it's fine.
Like a brooch.
It helps attract arrows.
So you guys are well rested. What would you like to do?
Kill evil orc druid.
Raid the temple. Though.
Wasted enough time.
Yeah. That test was kind of strenuous.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
You had to run a lot.
They don't know that.
I'm gonna roll deception just to lie to everyone. Like, yeah, it was really hard.
Hold on. What is the counter to this,
Insight.
insight?
Insight.
You're so full of poop. But it's okay.
He took
It
no
was really
damage
hard.
and didn't really do much.
Yeah, I
He
really
tried
did.
to dispel an elemental instead of banish it or
I
fireball
don't have.
it.
Well, I could have fireballed it, but I was curious if dispel magic would work.
Yeah, well, now we know for the future.
Yeah, that's science. That was science, actually. That was
Yeah,
science.
elementals are nature magic summoning, so they're technically not magic, like arcane wise.
Yeah. I rolled
They're not a spell.
I rolled a 7, so I was like, all right, well, I guess I should try it just for science. And plus, you
We
were fine.
have an evil orc druid to kill, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we get on that
Yeah.
and get gigantic allies? That sounds fun.
Now we can just check that one off the grocery list.
hmm
All right, let's head out.
Who knows, by the end of this, maybe we'll meet all of the great 12 wizards.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
No.
There
no,
would be,
we
but there's
don't.
only 10.
Yeah. Oh, no. I know. It's you and me, Snack. We're the other two.
Oh, okay.
She was
Yes,
the-
you've already met us, mortals.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just can't believe one of them admitted to being mortal.
And that was kind of shocking, wasn't it?
Ironic that it's the half orc that is somewhat calm.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, it's an orc. Oh fuck.
Use a half orc. It's fine.
I didn't know that.
I ride my panther out of the temple.
You ride your panther out of the temple. As you make your way outside of the temple, you once again see the green rain.
Green rain.
Oh, here we go.
Ah.
Back into the temple?
Back into the temple.
Yeah.
You do have about 10 feet outside of it, where this storm aura is that you seem to be fine.
She said
Well, this is frustrating.
the little energy moat thing will only protect us from the wind, right?
Yep. It will allow you passage through the wind wall, is what you were told.
Oh.
Well, I don't know how long it's been running, so
Hurry up
about
and
an hour. Breakfast?
wait.
Oh, breakfast. Yeah, I haven't eaten.
Yeah.
I got
we should
Yeah,
rations.
do
breakfast
that.
sounds good.
Maybe there's a library now. Maybe I could check for that library.
Sure. Give me an
That might
investigation
take
check.
more than an hour.
You never know.
Does this temple do breakfast?
I'm just gonna pull out.
They have the
as-
continental breakfast here.
Maybe a brunch.
As you
brunch.
as you awaken in the morning, there is the torches are no longer lit.
Oh.
Seems to be no spirit to answer your call.
It's an
Wow.
action to use a spell scroll, right?
Yeah, we got
Yep.
rations for a reason.
And who'd have thought that when there was a world-threatening catastrophe, the only thing we could do about it was sit in a tiny room and wait for it to blow over, huh?
Well. Yeah.
I mean, you can move through it.
That's not the smart move, though.
Oh, but hey, we figured out something about that big stone back there, and maybe we shouldn't disintegrate the wall of force.
Oh, no, we're gonna leave that well the hell alone and let the wizards deal with that shit. I don't want
Yeah.
to explode, thank you very much.
Now we can save
Oh.
3,000 gold.
Yes, maybe we can get a refund for that scroll.
Or we can hit an orc druid with it. That could also be fun.
Can you copy that scroll that does?
Not yet. It's too advanced for me right now.
Hmm.
Can you?
6th level. No.
Oh,
I don't use a spell book, so
Yeah,
my
that's
magic
fair.
just comes from me.
I would like to tell, but I can't because I've witnessed it too many times already. Even though I did crit fail that one time, I do know you cut yourself.
I did almost take magic initiate.
He almost took magic to initiate, and then I gave him a freaking super dagger. He's like, I don't need
Yeah.
it anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can use that spell like as I grow wiser, but I'm not wise enough yet.
Hmm.
I feel like maybe the next stage will be enough.
Well, then maybe we should hold on to it. But you can pay for it.
I think this is a party fun thing.
We can almost afford it, and I'm assuming if we survive, we're getting paid, so
I would
if
hope
we use
so.
it or keep it for later,
Hmm.
we'll find out.
I like how
Alright. Breakfast.
just a IRL thing. There is actually a thunderstorm happening right now outside my house.
You know, it's bad here too.
Nice.
Oh Jesus.
We've got one going here too.
Yeah, East Coast.
Yep.
East Coast, West Coast.
So, you all settle in, eating a ration and kind of taking a short break. It takes about 15 minutes for the rain to fade.
All right, let's not dilly daddle it this time.
Right.
Technically, you didn't last time.
Oh yeah.
No, we got dilly-dallied by another one of the great freaking wizards.
Yeah. No more road stops.
Oh,
You
we
thought
have
was
to go do
alone.
this thing very quickly so we don't, let the world end. Oh, by the way, we're gonna take 30 minutes of your time to fight you. Send you into an alternate illusion bullshit. Fuckers.
Alright, onwards.
To be fair, we don't
Muttering
even
to
know if
himself
time
as he
actually
walks
passed
mean-
during that.
I mean,
Yeah.
she could have fought you in her normal form if you wanted.
No complaints.
She chose a weaker form to make it fair.
The last thing I would have done during my round was write to Folian saying the wizard tree. The wizard saints are betrayers.
Start of combat.
It's a lot of ones. It's a lot of
That is-
sixes.
Jesus.
Anyways, so
Okay.
you all start to make your way through the canyon. It takes you about an hour and a half to actually arrive at the end of the canyon. The winds today are less than they were before.
What time
The
is it?
the rain at this point has also kind of subsided, and it's turned into a very foggy morning. You can only see about 120 feet in front of you. Go ahead and everyone give me survival checks.
I will
Well.
survive. I will survive.
Hey, not garbage.
Maybe not.
Hey! Does my panther
No.
get a survival
Oh,
check?
no.
Sure.
It's better at survival than me.
Your panther roughly knows the right way to go, but you keep telling it to go another way. As
Yep.
Dawn and Hilda, you watch as Sneck starts to walk the complete opposite way that you should be walking from.
This way?
Snack.
This way. This way.
This way.
No, this way.
Oh, I told you it was that way, stupid cat.
Cat looks back at you perplexed, as it was starting to be going that way. So you guys continue to make your way northeasterly. The fog makes it a little bit rough to see what's further out, which makes it kind of a surprise as terrain comes closer and closer. You get back into these rolling sands, rolling sand hills, making your way further. The last thing you recall is some sort of large structure forming into a large tornado around it. You know that at this point, you're not entirely sure how far you are away from it, based off of you weren't sure where the canyon ended, but before you enter the canyon, you're about a day's travel away from it. You're not sure how long you've spent in the canyon.
No.
Well, it's not been a day because Time Kitty is still here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kidding.
Onward.
You guys travel for about 6 hours before eventually what you start to reach. You start to see as the fog kind of starts to fade as you enter this area. You start to see underbrush and bushes and thorns. You start to enter what looks like the remains of what at one point was a forest, now turned to a decrepit forest. Barely surviving off of something.
Hmm.
Perhaps there's an underground spring somewhere.
Does it look like normal decrepit crypt plants or?
Give me a nature check.
Sure, I know plants. See, I know.
These plants do not look like any plants you have seen before. They're definitely surviving off of something, but you're not sure it's water. Pretty much every plant here looks dead, almost.
I don't trust those plants.
Mm-hmm.
I hop off a.
What was that, sorry?
I hop off the panther.
Okay.
I want to cut one of the roots on one of these trees.
You cut out the roots of the tree.
Roll initiative.
Just cut at the root. See if the sap,
All right.
what color the sap run.
Sure. You cut at the root of this tree, and where you're more used to seeing kind of natural yellows and greens, flowing from the sap, you get a coarse, almost ooze-like form coming out of this root of a dark black.
I knew it. Don't trust the trees.
As I need you to
Well,
also
alright.
make a dexterity saving throw.
Yep. Perfect time.
You just barely duck out of the way as you watch as one of these roots springs out and attempts to restrain you. To
Yep.
slip out from under it as it coils back, and you watch as the root settles back into the ground.
Oh, this looks like it's going to be fun.
Hmm.
I'll get back to the panther and mount it.
Looking through these woods, you do see widening paths occasionally. However, avoiding the trees altogether seems like it's going to be difficult. And as the fog does start to fade further on into the distance, you can now see the wall of this tornado about probably a mile away from you. It rises up to the clouds above. Looking at it as well, it looks to be, the storm itself looks to be about a mile wide.
I think speed might be our ally here.
Oh, goody. Bondage forest.
Fantastic.
Hey, don't kink shame my forest.
No, I'm just declaring what it is. I ain't shaming it yet.
All right, I'm learning the new magic spell, safe word.
does
I
it
declare
look
to the
like
forest the
it's,
safe word is pomegranate.
does it look like it's mostly forest before the wall?
Yeah, this sprawling dead / undead forest is pretty much traveling the whole distance there.
Alright. We have about a mile to go.
Only
Think you can
just.
run it?
Yeah, probably. Maybe. I have to.
And get your amount.
You gonna attempt to roll for another bout?
Watch the
Hey,
fucking
7, that's
moves.
good.
Hey,
That's a direwolf.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
Direwolf is something you can actually write on. Watch out as you watch as this almost 5 foot tall, when it's standing on its 4 legs, wolf appears from this puff of fur. Delon, give me a charisma saving throw.
Really?
He just summoned a direwolf out of nothing.
Is that a
right.
fucking 130?
Although you've seen Sneck do this before, you do kind of jump for a moment at this direwolf, which all of you were once plagued by the child's tale of the direwolf, and you recall them. And this might be the first time some of you are seen it in person. It is a very large wolf. However,
I
you
look at
quickly realize
Sneck
that
and-
Sneck summoned it, and you're okay with it.
I give it a scratch on the chin. Who's a good dog?
I figured most of you could ride that.
What's the strength of a direwolf?
It's a wolf the size of
Yeah,
a fucking
17.
elk.
Okay. It's a little bit smaller than a giant elk. Giant elks are
Yeah.
fucking huge.
Yeah.
It's a
Giant elks are
it's a
giant
regular
elks are
elk.
like 10 foot to the back.
It's
I
big
get-
enough for one of the dwarves or maybe Dolan and Dust to ride.
I think I'll walk. I don't feel like crushing this thing's spine.
Yeah. I'm pretty heavy.
You know,
Well, I can get you a mount too.
No, it's okay.
do it.
Please,
All right.
please summon a badge.
No, that's worse. It's a rat or something. Yep, giant rat.
Watch as a giant rat appears. Hilda, you don't,
Well, all
you
right,
don't
if you
feel like
insist.
you're putting your foot right.
Delg will sit on the giant rat.
No, don't
You-
kill the damn
You watch
thing.
as he sits on the giant rat, and the 400 pounds that Delg is with gear immediately crushes this rat as it just reverts back into a little puff of fur.
I don't
That was
think it
uncalled
worked.
for.
I will try to
Well,
clamber on top of the wolf. This isn't something you get to do every day.
Yeah, you can. You
Have
feel like you can
fun.
pretty successfully ride this wolf. It has a movement
I
speed
am
of
going to
what,
have fun.
60?
50.
50.
Same as the panther.
50 feet of movement. It's quite fast.
Give another scratch in the ears.
I can go ahead and move
I
you guys
mean-
off this map as well.
You know, maybe we ought to just buy some mounts.
They would just die.
God,
Why
there's
would
these
you buy
giant
mounts when you
chicken
could just
things.
summon them?
Exactly.
Maybe Delan and Delg on the wolf. Can they fit?
No.
I don't.
Oh
I
no,
don't know.
Delg wouldn't. No.
Yeah.
Del could fit by himself.
Yeah.
Hilda
Delg
and
will
someone else
nudge the
could maybe
remnants
work.
of the rat with his foot and give Snake a pointed look.
I mean, at least he tried.
I mean, 2 successful mounts out of 3 is pretty good.
I appreciate the thought, Snack. Yeah, it's very kind.
How big is the rat? Maybe I'll get on
rat
the
is
rat.
dead.
It is a tough to fur right now.
Oh, it's dead.
Rat is
Yeah, it
dead.
immediately
It
died.
reverted.
I think it's got like 2 hit points. Let me check.
No, it has a decent
no,
amount.
it's 7. 7.
It's very dead.
Not anymore. Yeah.
It got pancaked into a fluff ball.
Mm-hmm.
That is the second thing Delg has killed by sitting on it.
Yep.
Ah, yes, the thunderous cheeks of the Barbshin clan.
Alright,
fact,
then.
you-
Many of foes.
He thought he had disadvantage because of his armor, but it's because his ass is dummy thick and the clapping of his cheeks gives the position away.
Something
That's,
like that.
you could probably ride with the lamb.
Sure, why not? Yeah, it's fun. Trust me, Delan.
I'm still idly scratching. I'm already on top of the I'm already on top of the direwolf. I'm just idly scratching at its ear.
I'm just gonna try to deceive him anyways.
Deceive me with what?
That's fun.
I know it's fun. There's no deception.
He accepts the fact that it's fun.
Yeah, that's still
Oh,
I'm
fun.
I
I thought
tried.
you said fine.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, I'm riding a giant direwolf. Of course it's gonna be fun. Into a bondage forest. What could possibly be unfun about this?
We could fly
Through the bondage forest
above it. Sure,
and get shot by an orc? Probably.
that's where the fun is, and that's the deception roll.
Not even gonna try. I'm just gonna shake my head at him.
So Snack will run ahead,
Okay.
stopping on like the wider paths where the trees don't meet, just to
Okay.
wait for Hilda and Del to catch up. Make sure they're safe.
One thing I will do is give Delg haste.
It'll only last a minute.
Yo.
Oh, right, it does shit.
To be fair, in that minute, he can probably reach
Yeah,
that
you
mile.
probably right. Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
No, he wouldn't.
Wait, well,
Not quite.
How much would you run? 25, right?
Yeah.
No,
At a full sprint, he could only do, even with
I mean,
that,
yeah.
75 a turn.
Yeah, I calculated this out once for a rogue run.
Or 150 per turn.
You know what? I'm gonna do exactly like last time. I'll give him jump so he gets a head start.
Sure.
You can jump and
You can jump. Your jump distance is tripled until the spell ends. You can
Delg
bound like a
will-
frog.
I'll give that
Delg
to
will
Hilda.
do the gummy bear bounce. The gummy bear bounce. Come on.
I'm just
Somebody-
picturing Delg
Um,
skipping.
Delg.
There we go.
Yeah. So with haste,
Oing,
with
oing.
haste, Delg's mile time would be about 3 minutes and like 30 seconds, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Then I'll just give him jump and give him like the ability to get in there
Sure.
faster at a faster rate.
Sure. Who would like to roll me a D100?
Sure.
Hmm.
67.
Almost perfect.
Palm.
Hold.
Need to get Phantom Steed, I think it's called. I need a mount.
E.
Alright, as you make your way through, you start to get to patches where the trees and the bushes are too close together for you to actually be able to get through them without getting close enough to possibly attract some attention. Looking through it, however, you do see you see specifically off in the distance, you could swear you almost saw a tree move for a moment. Not just the roots, but you almost watch. It looked like one possibly walked.
Oh. Well, did okay. Yeah, I suppose he saw it.
Did indeed see possibly this tree take a step.
Did you see that?
See what?
I told you not to trust the trees. They're walking.
The walking?
Yes, I saw a tree walk.
Where?
Over there.
Hmm.
I'm gonna make a perception check.
Sure.
Can I try to think about what that might be?
Oh shit! I actually. Oh, it
I
did.
know what that might be, but
It did move. Hey, look over there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, for real, it moved.
what would it be to try to figure out what a walking tree might be?
Nature or Arcana check.
Hmm.
I guess I'll try. I'll try to.
Natural one. I don't know jack shit about walking trees. Pulling my leg. It's just the wind. We're next to a fucking tornado.
I'm with you there.
You're not sure.
Yeah, I did see it move, but I don't know. It could just be the wind.
Well, walking tree or not, we should probably move faster to get out of here. And into windy hell.
And we're walking.
And we're on a wolf and running.
Just a side note,
If
you
jump
are
is
going to have to
jumping.
walk in ways that you will be next to the trees. There's no other option other than do it that way, so let's be aware of that.
Use your speed.
I make the panther sprint.
Sure. Panther sprints through. Go ahead and give me a animal handling check.
Sure.
Right. You leading the panther, carefully kind of springing from area to area, trying to not stay on roots long enough to draw any attention. Every once in a while, as you land and leap immediately again, you watch as the roots kind of spring up in an attempt to grasp at where the panther once was. You make it past there to a safe area. What would the rest of you all like to do? Seeing Snack that kind of run
Charles.
forward and do this.
How's your animal handling?
Have a +1.
Hey, it's better than a snack.
Yeah. I guess I will. I mean, I could have the wolf sprint at 100 feet a turn, but then I'd leave the 2 dwarves behind.
That's
Or
a
at least
point.
risk doing that.
Regardless, they have to pass anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will assume the dwarfs are going into a run, and I will command the wolf to run at its normal pace without sprinting.
Alright.
I don't want to abandon them in case something bad happens,
Give me an animal
or
handling
in
check.
case something happens to me.
Not
Alright.
bad.
Not terrible.
Give me a dexterity saving throw for Delon.
Lead a wolf through a forest, but I can't stay on the fucking thing.
Oh god.
You watch as the you're leading the animal quite well. However, as one of the times it lands, trying to follow a similar path to Sneck, the wolf is a little bit less agile than the cat is, and it places its feet and goes to shift directions. As it does, it immediately these roots form up below it. Panicked, it hurries and jumps off as you fall off, letting go of the reins. Letting go of its hair. It doesn't really have reins.
Oh no,
Yeah, it doesn't have it.
not again.
As,
That's all Dusk hears when I
as you
fall over. Oh shit, not
fall,
again.
fall to the ground, I need you to go ahead and give me another dexterity saving throw.
I think bad could
Dexterity
possibly
saving throw or
happen.
strength saving throw, whichever you
Would
prefer.
I be near enough to
I'll
catch
take
him?
I will take the not -2. Thank you very much.
Would I be
Alright.
near enough to catch him?
Not at the moment. The wolf moves. Even though he's moving at the same speed as you, naturally the wolf would move a little bit different path than you all do, as it's jumping from place to place as opposed to just running from place to place. You managed to dodge out of the first set of these first set of vines as they wrap up to attempt to constrict you. You can see the edge of it as the vines continue to grow in front of you. What would you like to do?
I can see the edge of the forest.
You can see where Sneck is, the edge of the safe area.
I mean, what else am I gonna do but get up and try to run?
Am I near? Because I was running.
You can be. You're close enough to see this
If-
happening. I'll put it that way.
So if I stand up, that's 45 feet of movement if I go into a run.
Mm-hmm.
Unless.
I guess I'll try this again. Instead of myself, I'm gonna have my cat run up to Delon and try to use the jump spell on him, and then have the cat run back to me
Okay.
after that.
Sure. Dawn, you
I'll
feel the enhanced ability to jump.
Jump!
You're going to attempt to jump through the vines.
Is that athletics or acrobatics?
It would be athletics.
What does
Actually,
this
it could be
do?
either or.
Does this give me it just
Triple
does it give
triple
me
your jump
advanced?
distance.
Okay. How do I determine my jump distance?
It's your strength level.
I can't jump. I have a -2.
You can jump,
So-
it's not that far.
There is
You-
another
You gave me
solution.
-6 jumping.
I didn't know that's how jumping worked. I thought it was based on movement.
Multiplied
Lu-
negative.
Luckily,
by-
that's not how that works. I believe your
Yeah.
jumping would be 14 feet, I want to say, because it's times 2 of your strength score for how far you can jump.
Mm.
Right? Not going
Just
crazy.
double check. I'm double checking.
Yeah, sounds good.
Made that jump around song.
Jump.
I've never had to figure that out because he's not really.
You guys haven't really had many jumping puzzles in my campaign either.
Oh yeah, the spell's from the book. No, I didn't pick the spell. This is from the book.
Yeah, you can cover a number of feet, a long jump with a 10-foot run. You can cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at 10. Otherwise, that's half by a standing jump. So a standing jump would be 3.5 for the strength score.
So you can move 7 feet. So with a running jump, you can now move 21 feet.
Oh, I guess I'll try that then.
All right. Give me a acrobatics check with advantage
Yay!
for
Turning
the
every.
Hey!
Woo!
the advantage was needed. You go to leap through these vines with this increased jumping distance. You watch as the vines go to constrict where you're about to be. As you do, you fire an Eldritch Blast and kind of turn yourself a little bit with the force of it. And manage to
Quietly
squeeze
muttering
through.
pomegranate the entire time.
Kind of squeeze through the hole that it forms, and you are now in the safe area. What are the rest of you all doing as you watch Talon make it through? He's in the safe area. The vines on this area are around you at this point are definitely a lot more active than other places right now.
Come on, Hilda, let's get out of here.
You turn to start walking home.
Back to the temple.
Bah!
That's it. I've had it.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Screw you
Yes,
guys, I'm
fired.
going home. Well, I'll wait for Hilda and Del to do what they need to. I'll keep watch.
Right. You watch as,
I have a-
what are you all doing? Are you guys attempting to jump through? Are you guys attempting to run through? Are you fighting your way through? What is your plan of action?
Elg's gonna try to run through.
All right.
Yeah, same.
Give me athletic checks.
Pick the thing.
Oh, I clicked the thing.
Nice.
It takes forever.
Oh,
So,
nice.
you all attempt to power your way through. These vines are extremely strong. However, with the help of weaponry and fighting your way through, you all do manage to barely just make it through. As at this point, dusk, you are surrounded by very, very active vines.
Yeah.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, damn it. Let's see. Dexterity. Oh shit.
Alright. As you've been watching, kind of keeping track and trying to help everyone out, what you didn't notice was the vines coming up from behind you. As the
Ah!
vines spring out and attempt to constrict you, or attempt to restrain you. You can go ahead and give me either an acrobatics check or an athletics check.
Am I able to cast a spell while I'm constricted?
If you did, you would have to wait until you were restrained to do it.
Oh, okay.
Can I see this happening?
Yeah, you see this happening.
Can I make a targeted shot against it?
Sure.
All right.
Go ahead and you pull out your bow and attempt to make a targeted shot against the vine.
20.
Sec. Let me check the AC of this thing.
So minus.
Yeah, it's minus a little bit for the called shot, but no, that's not what I'm looking for. There we go. That'll hit.
7 points pierce.
As you fire out your shot, you heal a squeal in pain as whatever this is that attempt to attack him is gone. It died.
I just wave thank you, even though I don't say it.
Stop
You watch-
waving and move!
You watch as a few more of them start to form out of these trees. As you watch as these blights just kind of start one after another, just kind of forming out of this warped wood.
I command the wolf to run.
I'm like, ah!
Wolf immediately starts running.
I'm gonna cast gaseous form and then just slowly maneuver through all the vines.
Sure. You can do that. Very slowly moving through all the vines with your flight speed of 10 feet.
Yep, but for an hour. You guys are just watching the slow gas just
How-
like slowly
How
come
long would
towards
that
you.
take you?
I don't know. What's the 10 feet? I
So you
think
can
that
move
would-
at 200 feet a minute.
Yeah, and times 60.
So you're roughly moving at about 2.5 miles per hour.
It's a slow, brisk walk.
You can get 2.5 miles, so technically you can make it to your destination eventually.
I just want eventually get there. I'm like, easy peasy.
The rest of you all, Steve takes his gaseous form. What are you all doing? Are you guys just attempting to sprint through the rest of the forest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right.
I'll just
What else
trail
are we-
behind them very slowly.
I'll let Delan remount the wolf before heading back.
Good dog.
That's fair. So, as you guys continue forward, attempting to make your way through this forest, you watch as at this point, blights are pouring out of these trees. These small plant-like creatures forming, as occasionally they start throwing different abilities at you. They start throwing needles at you. They start to try to chase you down. I need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Even me in my gas form.
No, you're a gas.
Yeah, I was like, just make sure.
Hey, I survive.
Right. You watch as these needles from these needle bites get flung out as they deal 7 points of piercing damage to Delg. Everyone else takes 3. As you just get pelted by about 100 needles. Yeah, you're good. 100 needles just kind of pour out. Delg, despite your heavy armor, a couple of them do get through. They hurt a little bit.
Elg's gonna start casting Sacred Flame around to try and repel
Sure.
these plant
You
things.
as you're rushing through, you kind of start casting Sacred Flame every once in a while. You're bringing down one of them, but there's thousands as they're just pouring out of these trees.
Run faster!
Much quicker.
You're also falling behind a little bit by taking time to cast Sacred Flame.
I'll stop doing it then.
To continue to kind of start to catch back up with the group, no longer casting. I need Sneck and DeLon. I need you guys to make strength checks for the animals.
I've got both
Yeah,
sheets up, I'll just
you'll have
do
to
it.
make both
Yeah.
of them. That's fine.
Oh,
14 for the panther.
Oh god.
Hey, me and the wolf are something in common. Can't roll strength to save a
DeLon,
life.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yay.
As you watch as these two animals sprinting, kind of kicking into their animal nature of trying to keep ahead of this pack of things that want to murder it. You watch as the direwolf steps on a root of this tree and just immediately it latches on, and before it can have time to get away, it just grabs at its leg and starts to drag it, slinging you, DeLon, kind of face first off of it. You manage to kind of tuck into a roll and get back on your feet as you watch as the direwolf kind of yelps as it's dragged under the ground.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Good dog. Run.
Delg and Hilda, I need both of you guys to make strength checks. Or strength saves.
Okay.
Right. The same roots that you watched drag this dog down both attempt to latch onto you as well. And luckily Delga and the Panther both hit the DC for breaking free. As it grabs at you and you manage to break free, kind of taking Akmon at the last second and just kind of striking and singeing it away. As you continue rushing through this forest at this point. Well beyond, at this point, the form of Dusk, who is well behind you, as you guys are in a full sprint trying to make your way through the forest.
Is Dusk dead? Did we lose him?
You guys continue through, as in front of you, you watch as the trees start to form a wall of vines that starts to interlock with each other. It's forming before you're going to be able to get there. What do you do?
How far away is it?
The wall of vines is about 120 feet in front of you, and it is roughly about 35 feet tall.
How far back am I?
You're really far back.
I'm just like strolling through the forest, like
Yeah, there. You're in your gaseous form, watching as just like, literally, there's an army of just blights, just these needle and twig blights just running under you as you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm just a cloud, everything's fine.
I'll be like, oh, I guess Nick was right. They are alive. I'll just continue trekking.
And although you would know, all of you would know that the blights are quite weak in single numbers. This number, they are no longer weak.
So it's just like a single layer of vines constricting into a wall.
It looks like it.
Hi guys. I run up to it full speed on the Panther. Command the Panther to halt right before it as I dismount, jump, and smack the gloves of etherealness together and run past it.
Sure. You all watch as Sneck runs head first into this wall, being faster than you all with the 100 feet per turn on the Panther. As he kind of halts the Panther abruptly, kind of tossing himself with the momentum into the air, clapping his hands and disappearing from sight. Sneck, you drift completely through the wall with no problem. Finding yourself on the other side, you find an opening in a relatively large clearing before a towering wall of wind in front of you.
Perfectly fine. After the 6 seconds are up on the other side, I poof back into existence, reach into my bag and throw some lamp oil onto these vines, and I'm going to go ahead and try and light it up.
Sure. What are the rest of you guys doing as you're making your way towards this large vine wall at this point?
I would have to stop to fire the Eldritch Blasts at it, right?
No, you would just slow yourself.
I will attempt to fire at the wall and just unleash a barrage of blasts at it.
Sure.
And then just continue running as best I can.
Alright. Go ahead and...
Do I still have the jump thing? Is that gone? Is that a one-time thing?
It's like a 1 minute.
Yeah, it's gone by now. Go ahead and give me 4 Eldritch Blast attacks.
2.
Oh, great.
3. 4.
Right, all of them hit.
Anyway.
The minimum
Okay.
damage crew.
Jesus.
I only have 4 flasks of oil left, guys.
So,
I got 10 more. Don't worry. I'm prepared.
It's 18,
18, 26.
29.
Yeah, okay. You're good. As you strike out of the wall, you watch as 4 holes appear in the wall. But just as quickly as you make these holes, you watch as it starts to attempt to re-latch itself and reseal itself. There's a chance that you might be able to power through it, but you're gonna need something big to power through it.
Well, Delg can cast a flame strike at it.
Sure.
Might work.
Cast Flame Strike at the wall.
Biggest thing I've got.
All right. As you reach out and unleash this Flame Strike, the fire is quite effective on this wall as it starts to tear into it.
I just imagine Snack wrapping one of his arrows in a bit of
Is,
cloth and getting ready to strike it as the wall just goes up.
Okay, Snack, you watch this from the other side of the wall. You're kind of attaching like flint to an arrow and about to strike it and shoot it as you just watch this column of fire appear and you're like, oh, that'll work.
Yep.
I did that.
Hey, the oil's an accelerant. It's fine.
Minus that for the fire damage. The wall is still trying to hold up the best it can. The holes are pretty sizable, but you're not quite sure if you can get through all of the holes. Some of you might get through, but you're not sure all of you will.
I don't have anything fiery.
Delg will lay into it with Akmon as well, I guess. If he gets to the wall,
Yeah.
Sure.
let into it with his fiery hammer of death.
Sure.
I was also gonna hit it with Daisy.
Sure. You all immediately approach the wall, running up to it and attacking it. Go ahead and give me one turn's worth of attacks.
I'm gonna burn a stack of War Priest for this. Make sure.
Do it.
Eh. Eh. Eh.
It's all the hits. Jesus.
Luckily, Hilda,
Firewall.
it's a wall, so it doesn't have a high AC. As you guys lay into it, you do create a sizable hole that's big enough for you to get through. I need everyone who's going to attempt to cross through the wall to give me either an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
Panther's still alive.
Damage.
The Panther stopped. The wall doesn't seem to have attacked it yet.
Alright.
You want the Panther to attempt the acrobatics through as well?
He'll use acrobatics, yeah, sure.
Acrobatics or athletics, whatever you prefer. Alright.
11.
So,
Luck. Fuck me.
Jesus, what's with your lucks?
I need Hilda, Delon, and Snack to go ahead and make strength saving throws.
Goody.
Hey.
Still, you do manage to get through the wall, turning back and not seeing your friends behind you.
Is there still an opening in the wall that we could look through? Being
Yes.
dragged away?
So as you guys are attempting to make your way through, you immediately get wrapped up in this wall trying to reform itself.
Is Hilda within grabbing range?
Hilda is within grabbing range. As
I
you watch
will-
as she starts to break free of the wall on the other side. You can attempt to grab
Oh,
at her if you
shoot.
want to.
Oh, she's already gone.
She's at the edge of the other side as you're kind of being held back. The Panther also manages to kind of fight off with kind of mauling at the wall that's left. Kind of animal instincts kick in and it just kind of tears through it. Dawn, you are the only one left at the wall. Your friends are on the other side and you can see them as this wall starts to constrict around you.
So
Would
have a
I?
question.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Did we ever come to a decision about this? If I injure myself, can I trigger it?
No. I would say no.
Okay, and have I been hurt by these things aside from the one needle attack?
Not yet. Not yet in this situation.
How far away are my allies from me?
Like 10 feet.
I know Delg will
range.
immediately double back.
Alright.
So they're just in range of being thunderstepped.
No, you turn back. I'm guessing you're attacking the wall with Akmon?
Yep.
Go ahead. You can strike the wall. Alright. Go ahead and give me a damage roll for that. As well as I need you to roll an additional roll an additional 3d6.
Yeah.
Right. You turn back, seeing that Delon is immediately getting grabbed by these plants again and kind of being constricted. You immediately turn back and strike. As on this side, this side is completely coated in oil from where Sneck threw the lamp, and it immediately sears it open as Delon falls out of the vines, Han Solo style, kind of onto the floor. Delon, you do take... You do take 10 fire damage from the...
Reduced to 5.
Yep. From the residual flame of Akmon against this wall. However, you are out.
How far away is the door?
The wall of tornado is now above you. Towering towering all the way. Yep. The wall of tornado is about... There's about 100-foot clearing between the forest and this tornado, where you imagine that this wall of wind has just ripped the trees nearby out of the ground. As it's done this as well, you now look up and see a towering wall of wind just all the way to the sky.
That's pretty good. We only lost dust.
What happened? Oh god, he's gone.
As this took you guys about 10 minutes. Dust.
Just dead.
This is gonna take you about 30 minutes to get through.
Yeah, I mean,
you're just
keep walking.
listing away.
Yep,
Wait, I have
10 feet.
Not the first time it's been dead.
Wait, I have to see something actually.
Does the tornado blow him away?
I need to check
That'd be
that.
sick.
Oh no.
Is dust gone? Did we
You
lose
just get
dust?
sucked into the tornado for an hour. And
Like,
then
I'm
we-
here, guys. You can't hear my screen, so I see you guys every rotation.
It's
It
like the
doesn't
spell
say-
the spell
It doesn't say the gaseous form is affected by wind, so I think you're okay, luckily.
God.
It doesn't say that it's not.
I was
Yeah,
waiting
but
to see.
it would say like if there is strong wind nearby, the cloud would be dispersed or something along those lines if it affected it. You're a magic cloud, luckily, so you're fine.
Yeah. I was curious how that interaction would go. As I was approaching the wall of wind.
Like you get sucked into the tornado like 100 feet in
As
the
well
air.
as the field that you guys are in, you definitely feel like you can feel the wind around you. However, now as you take your moment, you can now see the pulsating light of these motes along your head seems to protect you from this wind. Del, you would recognize this as the freedom of movement spell.
Oh, hey, I recognize this. It's the freedom of movement spell.
And you're making a little less bright.
I didn't make it.
I pull my hood down as far as I can, trying to cover the light.
You pull your hood down, trying to cover the light, and just kind of create an illuminated light bulb under your hood.
Yeah.
What do
20
we do
minutes
about
later,
this?
you guys watch as the misty form of dusk appears out of the forest.
Hey guys, I'm here.
Oh god, I thought he died.
I am.
I take it you reform since you can't talk
Yeah.
in gaseous form.
Yeah, I can't. I just like as I pass the where the gate was, I'll just start reforming into a solid. But hey guys, you guys made it okay. Great.
Well, look, it's not that.
Yeah, no, I'm good. It was I just took a walk. You know, it was nice outside. All
I'm
the
very strongly resisting the urge to slap the shit out of you. Shut up.
what happened? Unless I saw you were okay. You went on the wolf.
You
you're
now
all-
looking back at the woods. The woods have now settled as you are no longer traveling through them. You no longer see the army of blights.
Take that, Sothiath forest.
I don't like this place.
The force strikes
No,
up
no.
and attempts to attack
You
the
know,
wand
there
specifically.
wasn't. You know, there was another way to go through there. Could have just yeeted somebody.
Look, I took enough damage from being rescued. I don't want to be thrown into a thicket wall.
I was okay.
Shut up, Dusk.
So,
Last I
as
remember,
you all
were
stand
jumping.
here in front of this giant tornado of a wall, what would you like to do?
Well, the
Kill an
orcs
evil
said we could just walk into it, right?
I stride confidently into the tornado.
Kill an evil
Alright.
druid.
You all watch as Delg strides confidently through the tornado,
I follow behind him.
seemingly not picked up off the ground.
Yep.
As the rest
I'm
of
gonna
you,
follow.
as the rest of you all follow through the wall of tornado, it takes.
Now, time, Kitty, you're gonna have to stay here, because you don't have one of these. So you stay here and wait for us.
You watch as the time kitty is like claws dug into the ground, just attempting not to be dragged off by the wind.
We'll get rid of this thing in just a minute, but you gotta wait here.
I pet it gently before I walk in.
You have never felt a more rigid cat than this cat at this moment.
Be good, kitty.
As you all make your way through the wall, it takes about a minute to pass through this solid wall of wind. As you arrive on the other side, you see about a 400 to 500 foot tall, just decrepit-looking tree, completely identical to the forest that you've passed ahead or behind you.
Him
Atop
to
it,
bet that.
atop it, you see a glowing red orb.
At the very top.
Yeah.
Who wants to bet that has something to do with it?
And that is where we'll call it for the evening.
Hey,
That was good.
So,
I need a nap.
thank you guys. Thank you guys for following along with this session. We got a lot done. I felt like we got through more than I thought we were going to get through. I didn't know if you guys were going to get to the forest or not. The combat I predicted was going to take longer. Luckily, you guys didn't get many spawn rolls for the lair actions, because you can spawn water elementals, you can spawn air elementals, you can spawn more storm spirits. There's a Tempest Storm ability if you roll a 20, which I'm glad you didn't do, because it's a strength save of a 20 or you're blown 15 feet in a random direction. If you collide with a wall, you take 10d6 damage.
Oh.
So, yeah. Thank you guys all for joining me in our players for this evening. This episode will be up on my YouTube probably tomorrow. I'll try to make a job of getting it up tomorrow. If I don't, I apologize. I kind of forget from time to time. Tune in on Friday for our continuation of Icewind Dale over on Metal's channel. And
I
then
won't try and kill him.
and then make sure you
Why
tune in.
is this
On Saturday, we'll resume our Saturday campaign. We've had some players missing due to family reasons and uncontrollable events lately. So hopefully we'll get everyone back and we'll be able to get back started with that again. Sunday, possibly, Lazy? Maybe?
It's supposed to be Saturday, actually, this time.
Okay.
Everyone was available. We'll see. Fingers crossed.
Possibly, if I'm not live, make sure you go over to Lazy's channel and see if he's live. Someone will be live with something going on. I've been streaming Mass Effect every night during my night stream from about 6 p.m. Eastern till around 9 p.m. Eastern, so you can follow along with that if I'm not playing a D&D game for the evening. I think that's all I have announcement-wise. And then we'll be back here next week for Sothiath. And we'll probably be off the week after that for all of my campaigns because I have to go to California. So, but yeah. So hope you guys have a good week, and I will send you guys over to someone. Bye.
Bye.
I didn't fall asleep.